Wonder what the colon T faces could mean. Could it mean that I'm live, I wonder? Could it mean that it's time for me to start this thing up? And hope that it doesn't crash or slow things down to a crawl like it did last time. Could it possibly mean any of those things? Well, you better hope so, because that's what's about to happen. Thing doesn't lock to the bottom of the screen when I try to resize it for some reason. That's a bit unusual, since that's what it usually does. But yes, it's time for more of this. And now we're actually getting to the part where we're reminded that this is actually supposed to be partially a fantasy setting. And not just a bizarre, idealistic cyberpunk kind of future with yes, Strum. Also, there might be some noises going on outside, as there are people currently present who aren't present most of the time. I don't know why. But I can't really object to that on any grounds that could stand, so I just need to put up with it for hours. But I trust that in the couple of hours that I will spend trying to play this, that will no longer be the case. Or after that span of time also, we're in this place. We picked up a couple of pebbles, and I think I did mention this last time before I ended the stream right after we got to this place. There is a certain context clue that shows up in this area that we're going to need. Even though it's not really the sort of thing that you usually pay attention to clue-wise, and once you get to the point where you actually need it, I don't think you get any chances to get it again, so I hope you're paying attention. Also, there are short, troll-like creatures in this place that we have to fight. Using our amazing button mashing skills. Because that's what you learn living in Morocco. Fortunately, they're actually simple to defeat. No, it's just a matter of getting through for now. I guess our health hasn't refreshed since I'm pretty sure that we saw that there was at least one more of those things hanging around. So I guess we're going to have to put up with having the slightly depleted life meter visible for a while, but
I would guess that wheel is used to control the machine.
well, what machine, might you ask? It's not like you can get a very good camera angle from down here. But spinning the wheel doesn't apparently do much. We do have a giant water wheel next to it though.
If I'm not mistaken, the water wheel is connected to more gears. It could be what powered the city back when it was inhabited.
What city?
There's a wooden platform up there.
I'm surprised you can see that, but alright. Yes, Shitbox is just doing its usual job of running things smoothly. But I guess that does kind of looks like the ruins of a city, like, not sure if I mentioned this before, but I did. Think that it reminds me of the underground city from the Thief games, Thief 1 and 2. You know, it also shows up in 2, spoiler alert. But we need to find some way to power that thing. And also beat up on another blue guy. Or try to. They don't really offer up that much resistance, do they? That's a bit of an awkward position to fall on. But this guy was looking at this
It's
thing.
glowing like a torch, but there's no fire or heat.
There's no fire or heat, well. Pick up this glowing egg and it'll be stuck to our hand for a while. I wonder if it could have anything to do with the means that we need to employ to make progress now. I sincerely hope it will. Also, there's a sudden onset of lag I notice. I'm not sure what could be causing that.
I would guess that wheel is used.
Can we use the egg on that thing? The pedestal? That... Oh, we have to actually...
It looks like a machine
select
with a
it
big
separately.
wheel and a socket on top. I wonder what it does, and if it still works.
Well, we can find out. Just put the egg right on there. Go first instinct and try turning the wheel again. One witness the power of magic, which as we all know solves everything in this universe. It's not like it's actually a deconstruction of it or anything. Well, something happened and now the water works. So now that it's turning, what do we do? Well, turn to the usual conclusion of...
If I'm not mistaken, the water wheel is connected to more gears.
examining it
Could be
again,
what powered
and
the city,
apparently
back when
this
it was
is its own
inhabited.
cutscene as it gives us that option. Yep, there's a wooden platform at the top.
There's a wooden platform up there.
As we've already mentioned. So let's interact with it and do what any sane human would do, which is this. There we go. Well, apparently we can't quite get through though, because that happens, but apparently that does trigger the falling of a rope down there. Why, that...
It collapsed right under my feet. I'm so lucky to be standing here.
Why that rope wasn't just down there to begin with, I don't know, but I guess it's kind of a moot point since we can just jump across. We suddenly became
I
proficient
sure hope
at
that ladder leads out of this place.
moving in hospital environments. But yeah, speaking of New York, I'm actually going to be going back to the city for about 9 days this June. I wonder how that's going to go, since the last time, the only time I have gone, was in December, just before Christmas actually. And it was reasonably cold. Unfortunately, the cold kind of tapered off while I was there, and it became about as cold as it is where I live. In December, the day before I left, which was kind of disappointing, but apparently it can also get pretty hot during the summer, so I wonder how I'll put up with that. Also, we have run into a dead end. There's nothing here. So, time for our favorite thing in this game, which is backtracking. Which I should probably get some French toast crunch, you know, now that you mention it. I haven't really added that to my list of priorities of stuff that I need to bring back, but I shall. Speaking of backtracking, I went through a couple of the Game Boy Zelda games recently. The only Game Boy Zelda games that I haven't beaten that I had played before, which were the Oracle games. So I may or may not plan to do those for the stream eventually.
I think this is the only way to get back down there.
And I kind of noticed that the temples or the dungeons in all of those seem to involve a lot more backtracking than my childhood self remembers. But if I'm not mistaken, well, our was gonna say, I think the backtracking part of the game is... Seriously can't climb back up the rope. Have to do this again. It's alright game, whatever you say. Well, you could if you could actually move onto this thing, which... There we go. And I forgot what I was saying before that. Oh yeah, I was going to say that I think the backtracking part of the game, or at least the egregiously present backtracking part of the game, is over with, but it really isn't. Actually, I think the worst example of this is going to be coming up right after we get out of this cave. Well, how do I put this? You know how a lot of people liked the first Matrix film because it was kind of innovative, it had a good story, good storytelling, and it was fairly unique for its time. It presented itself in a memorable way. And a lot of people thought that it was a good movie on its own, but then someone decided to make a sequel. Do you know how I would say that this is the Matrix Revolutions, or not Revolutions, the Matrix Reloaded to the first game's Matrix. Just put it that way. Also, now that we have the egg, we can see things in the wall.
Those glowing symbols look like they're etched right into the rock.
What could they mean?
Those glowing...
So, can you figure out what the clue we were supposed to pick up on? That we will not get again now that we actually need it was. It was the music. So thankfully I actually know the solution to this, but the first time I tried to play this game and was trying to solve it on my own, this pretty much made me hit a wall. So there we go. Well, it is a pretty simple, just 4 notes. And you can very subtly sort of appreciate that it's supposed to be a clue by the fact that the purple guys or blue guys you fight are humming it. And it's a pretty poignant sound when you first go into that place, but we didn't get to hear it again now, it's because it didn't reload from the start of the scene.
A wooden wheel. What is this place? I must be dreaming.
But now that we've escaped the cave, it's time to return to a familiar environment.
It's locked from the outside.
It's locked from the outside. Well, we can deal with this in our own way.
That machine looks brand new. It definitely doesn't fit in with the rest of the stuff down here.
Like the apple barrel?
Who stores food like this? I don't think I'm in Newport anymore.
Well... Well, I think it should be fairly evident if it wasn't before, by now, where we've ended up. And we've even got a returning character. Well, another one, I mean. A returning character from this particular world. Even though she didn't really have any major roles in the first game, aside from giving April new clothes after she teleported here in her underwear. Sure, we all remember that.
Next to you.
Hello?
Oh, blessed be the 6th child, you startled me.
You speak English? Oh, thank God. Listen, I'm not sure what's
Speak what? Who are you? Where do you come from?
I don't know. I think I'm dreaming. It's just that no matter what I do, I can't seem to wake up.
Dream? This is no dream, child. Do you need me to pinch your arm?
What? No. No, that's... The twins, they did something
God,
to
the
me.
twins.
Something...
How did
I think my analogy was a bit more on the nose than I expected.
Midday.
Open what?
The inn, child. What do you think? Are you soft-witted, or... By the balance, you are from the other side, aren't you?
What?
Gracious me. Another shifter. Why do they always end up here?
Another what?
You must go see Minstrel Magda immediately. She will explain everything.
Minstrel Magda?
Leave now, but be cautious, and don't speak a word of this to anyone. They have ears everywhere.
Look, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what a shifter is or why I'm supposed to see this Magda person, and...
I understand that you are frightened, child.
You don't understand. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I'm almost starting to think that those stories Charlie told me about April Ryan are true.
Did you say April Ryan?
That's very convenient.
Do you know her?
No, I don't recognize the name. You need to see Minstrel Magda, child.
I guess I don't have a choice, dream or no dream. Where can I find her?
She moves around, but Blind Bob ought to know where she is. He's right outside. You can't miss him.
Blind Bob, Minstrel Magda, underground cities and strange monsters. I feel like I'm inside some kind of fairy tale. All right. I'll go talk to, Blind Bob. Thank you. What's your name?
Benrima Salmon, child. I'm the innkeeper of the Journeyman Inn. If you ever need anything, come see me. I'll help you the best I can.
I'm Zoe, and thank you. I'm sure I will see you again. You're the only person I know in this place.
So yeah, that is in fact Benrima, the same innkeeper from the first game.
It's Benrime, the innkeeper.
And this is the same inn that April wandered into and talked to the guy that could, sense time holistically. Before, I don't think there was that much else that she did here. Also did recruit that blue woman for being the navigator of the ship, I think.
There must be another room back there.
But it didn't really play that big of a role, as it does in this game, as we'll come to find out.
That beer tap looks out of place. It's too shiny and modern.
So, things are a little bit different, even though this is the same locale from the first game. It even has the same sign. But yeah, that wasn't there before. A giant tower reaching up to the heavens. And since it goes all the way up past the cloud seat, you could say that it pierces the heavens. Now there are these guys going around.
He's guarding the gate.
And we talk to them.
Excuse me, what's through this gate?
It's closed. Step back.
I haven't stepped forward.
You're in violation of Azadi martial law regarding loitering. Move along.
Okay, fine. I won't loiter.
So yeah, that's new as well. And we can travel to new places that we couldn't really get to before, like whatever's beyond there. Or we could if there wasn't apparently a caravan just blocking the way. Made of fantasy Star Wars camels, I suppose. And a guy.
The traffic appears to be backed up. He doesn't look very happy.
May the six grant me strength. As if this morning hasn't been trying enough. And what do you want, girl?
On
second thought, don't tell me. I'm not in the mood for idle chatter.
But
Magicals? Damn ghetto rats. And those rebels? More like terrorists, if you ask me. Not a day goes by without them troublemakers making trouble for the rest of us. They should stick them on a boat and send them out to sea, so as they don't bother honest humans trying to make an honest living. Call themselves freedom fighters, the terrorists do. But it's because of them that I'm stuck here. Again! Freedom? Freedom for who? From what? It's not like the Azadi are keeping us imprisoned. In fact, life's a damn sight better than it was before they came. If this is oppression, I don't want to be liberated.
Okay. Sorry for bothering you.
You're not the only thing bothering me.
Would you like some more exposition?
Goodbye now.
If you could take this traffic jam with you,
I
I'd be
guess
even
we do.
happier to see you go, if that's even possible.
Well, we can't just step away, I mean. He was kind of keeping us from doing that, but... But we won't be going that way for a while. Also, this guy.
What a character.
Just passing by.
Make a
Yeah, with a
donation
book.
to the welfare
He
of
seems
old
to be in a
blind
hurry
Bob,
to get
and
somewhere.
you'll
Oh yeah,
receive
that's
your
how I
reward
walk
in
when
the
I'm in a hurry,
afterlife
don't
of
you
your
know?
choice.
Well, if we keep going in that direction, we will be in another screen soon, but... But now here's a guy we're supposed to talk to.
Ben Rime said I would find this blind Bob guy right outside. Could that be him? He looks blind.
Arms for a poor old blind bastard with no home, no hearth.
I'm so sorry, I don't have any money.
Ah, well, I'll let you in on a secret, Rose Petal. Blind Bob's happy he don't have no home, no hearth. Had those, hated 'em, left to begin a career in beggaring. Now a pauper's life is a king's life. Freedom, fresh air, no strings, no stress, no bleeding taxes.
Aren't you cold?
You think, but no. Had a bit of an accident with a fire charm when I was a wee lad. Left me permanently temperate. It's actually quite pleasant.
But what about that whole being blind thing? That can't be good.
Oh, that? It's theoretical.
Theoretical.
I could have been blind, had an accident with a chemical spell when I was a wee lad. Near burned me eyes out.
But it didn't.
No, not at all. Miss Blind Bob's face by a mile. Could have burned me eyes out, mind you. Could very well have. So I'm theoretically blind. Of course, theoretically blind Bob is no proper name for a beggar. So I just use Blind Bob nowadays. That's me, that is.
Okay. Hello.
Well... We do need to find this other Magda person, so...
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask. I might answer, I might not.
Maybe this
Fair enough.
snake oil salesman
I'm
can
looking
help
for
us.
someone. The innkeeper said you might know. Her name is...
Hold it right there, Rose Petal. Tit for tat. Them's the rules.
What do you mean?
If you want Blind Bob to do you a favour, you do him one first.
Well, we could, do we have a choice indeed? What if we say no?
Look, I'm only asking for information, nothing else.
Well, see, information's all Blind Bob's got, Rose Petal. It's his only, what's that name? Commode.
Don't you mean commodity?
No, commode. Information's where I keep my valuables, see?
Oh, well, I don't have anything to trade for. No money, no information, nothing.
A sweet rose like you got nothing to trade for? Ha! I beg to differ, Petal. For starters, you seem to be chummy with Ben Rime, the innkeeper.
I just met her.
Even so, you might be able to pry her cold, miserly fingers off a boiling hot bottle of mulled wine. Blind Bob would be mighty grateful for that, he would. Ha!
Mulled wine? That's what you want?
Oh, nothing would taste sweeter right now. Get Blind Bob a bottle of mulled wine, Petal, and he'll open his mouth right wide, you'll see. Mind, it's made with Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices. Anything else is a waste of hot wine.
So, we don't really get a choice, even if we don't point out the inherent choicelessness of that. Oh, now we need to convince this innkeeper to give us a cup of mulled wine for this pretending to be blind beggar. That's a great situation to be in.
Hello?
Yes? Oh, it's you. What can I do for you, child?
Wine.
I spoke with Blind Bob, but he wouldn't tell me anything.
Ah, yes. Tit for tat. Given a chance to bargain, Blind Bob will take it. What does he want now?
Mulled wine. He wants mulled wine made with, Mrs. something or other spice mix.
Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices. For a beggar, Blind Bob is quite particular.
I don't know what to do. If I can't find Minstrel Magda, I can't get home. If I can't get home...
Calm down, child. I will help the best I can. I have red wine and I can heat it up for you, but I'm all out of spices. I was supposed to receive a delivery this morning, but no one has been by yet, and I cannot leave the inn to get them myself.
Maybe I could pick up the spices for you.
You could. I buy my spices from a merchant at the Southgate Market. His is the first stall on the left when you walk down Irede Avenue.
Are we sensing
Just
a
tell him
pattern
Ben
yet?
Renee sent you to pick up her order of Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices. And be sure to mention that I'm not happy he did not make his delivery as scheduled. I will put some wine on the boil while you are away.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, child. Run along now.
Wait, how do I get to the market?
The quickest way would be through Old Town, but they've closed it off this morning. You'll have to go the long way around. Walk east, towards the tower. When you get to the tower square, go south. That will take you onto Irede Avenue, which leads all the way down to the South Gate.
East, then south. Okay, thank
There's
you.
only one way. But alright. It's like in the first game where the map seller gives you those really long-winded particular instructions, and then literally just go to the map screen and click where you want to go, and you were there in 2 seconds.
So cold, so hungry, so blind. Arms.
So that was perfectly necessary. So yes, I guess there's not a market anymore. Instead there's this. This which we will just walk past and not question in any way.
People don't look that different here. Lose the clothes and... Actually, no, let's keep the clothes on.
Right. Anything else to say about this place? About that,
She's a sprightly old lady.
that conspicuously arranged series of scaffolding in the background? I'm sure that will never come into play. Now how about this tower
These
entrance?
guards really stick out. You can tell they're not from around here.
Obviously.
Only Trueborn are allowed inside without an escort, citizen. You'll need the proper paperwork if you seek an appointment.
Alright.
I'm sorry, citizen. Only Trueborn and Zaddy are allowed to enter.
Well, pretty much the same thing in a row, so no, we cannot go into the tower. Now or ever, because of the same reason.
This must be an important place.
The construction of our glorious tower will soon be complete.
Well, it looks pretty complete to me, but I guess it's not enough.
I think they might get suspicious if I...
We will bring peace and progress to this continent. It's only a matter of time.
Oh boy. Well, apparently I'm getting some input problems with my keyboard. I'm trying to walk forward, that's always a good sign. I hope it's not a battery thing. Well, this looks like the market we were told to find. Hello. I'm holding down W. I'm still holding down W. Right. So let's see if we
He
can
must
find
be
the...
selling something, but I can't tell what it's supposed to be.
Maybe because there's nothing inside except for boxes. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Ha, what a wonderful morning we're having. How may I be of service today, young lady?
Spices.
The innkeeper at the Journeyman sent me to pick up an order of Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices. It's for...
Mulled wine. Yes. Oh, Ben Renee boils the best cauldron in town, she does. Absolutely wonderful. I'll have them sent right up. Fantastic. Next.
Hold on. Ben Renee needs the spices right now. You could just give them to me and I'll deliver them for you.
Why, yes. Yes, I could give the spices to you. What a wonderful idea. Saves me from having to deliver them, doesn't it? Fantastic. No problem. None at all. Except...
Except what?
There's a tiny problem. Nothing major, nothing that can't be solved. Why, it's barely worth mentioning. You see, the thing is, I don't actually have any spices at all this morning.
I see. Isn't this the spice store? Ben Renee told me to go to the spice store.
Well, then you've certainly come to the right place. I sell spices and little else. In fact, I'm the exclusive distributor of Mrs. Mullen's in Mercuria. Best spice mixes in the Northlands, or any lands. It's just that, well, my delivery is a tiny bit delayed this morning.
Really? How delayed?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be here quite a bit, to be honest with you. Quite a bit.
Right. Delayed quite a bit. I wonder if that could have anything to do with the block-up that we saw earlier.
How delayed is quite a bit?
I'm sure it won't take more than a few hours.
Excuse me?
A few hours, at most. Before lunchtime, I'm sure. Or by tea time. If he's not here by dinner time, I'll eat my left shoe.
I really do need those spices. Like, now.
I wish I could be of more help, young lady, but as long as the ghetto's closed, the carriages are stuck in Burrow Crook.
The ghetto?
Oh, you're an out-of-towner. Welcome to Marcuria, etc., etc. Wonderful, wonderful.
So what about the ghetto?
Right. Well, the Azadi have set aside a section of Old Town for the Magicals. That way they can be with their own. We don't bother them, they don't bother us. Fantastic. Wonderful.
Why can't the carriages come through?
Well, once in a while, the Azadi help the Magicals weed out undesirables. They close the ghetto down, search the buildings for criminals and contraband, sort of spring cleaning, if you will.
And your supplier is stuck in, what, traffic?
On the other side of the ghetto, up Burrow Crook, towards Coldstone Gate. Why, right below the Journeyman.
I just came from there.
Right, so you'd... Wait. Why don't we help each other out, eh? If you pick up my delivery of Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices, our specialty, and bring them back here, I can give you Ben Rime's order.
Well, how can that go wrong? Pretty much every other step of the way has gone wrong now, so... we're already doing this. What happens if we say no?
No. I don't have time to run errands. I'm sorry.
Of course, you have more important things to do. Wonderful. Best of luck to you, young lady.
Guy doesn't have any other way of speaking, does he?
You're back. How wonderful it is to see you again so soon.
But yeah, we actually don't have a choice in this.
I'm here to take you up on your offer.
Fantastic! Wonderful! Wonderful! What offer was that again?
To pick up the spices?
Ah, yes! Wonderful! Fantastic! Your assistance is much appreciated, young lady.
I guess it beats waiting around.
Fantastic! You'll want to speak with Harry Kinran. He's a bearded fellow, a tad ornery, but a decent fellow at heart. He'll be up Burrow Crook, right below the Journeyman Inn. You can't miss him. Ask him for Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices. He'll try and get some money from you, but the order's been paid for already.
Guy with a beard, wagons, Burrow Crook. Okay, I'll try my best.
Come right back here with the spices, and I'll give you Ben Rime's order. Wonderful. Fantastic.
So now we need to go walk all the way back to the place we came from, and then come back here, and then walk back there, and... well, you get the idea. So if we can hang around a little bit longer. Or we have to do that, see what this one's up to.
Good morning, dear. You look hungry. Do you want some soup? All profits go to the refuge. We shelter and feed the homeless and the penniless.
No, thank you. I'm not hungry.
Very well, dear. Come back if you change your mind.
We sell Mrs.
Alright.
Mullen's mixed spices.
Very inconspicuous.
Ugh, fish.
Fish. How dare they not have astronaut food?
She's selling... something.
Meat?
I'm not exactly sure what it is.
It looks like meat, but...
The Azadi have brought us peace and prosperity. Sometimes there are soldiers everywhere.
Get your fresh fish!
Actually, I think we can go a little bit further now. To this area. Yeah, we can, but there's really no point, I don't think. Since it's just a longer walk and we can't actually do anything there right now. So time to commence the fetch quest. Just walk back and forth, and yeah, if the W button keeps doing what it's doing right now, it's going to be a problem. Actually, do I have anything loaded up that... no, well, that will do just fine, actually. As we try to get through this.
What are we
in
doing
timely
with this
fashion. Oh
He was
wait,
caught inside the ghetto, selling medicine to the magical.
it's career exposition for the ghetto, that's right.
Treason. Treason against the Empire. In Sadir, they'd have your head off.
In a second. Any humans who get involved with the magicals are traitors to their race.
That might not warrant an appointment with the Blade here in this goddessless city, but we'll find a way to get you shipped off to Sadir. Move it!
We shake our head in disapproval. And then just continue on. Well, I guess we could, they hadn't vanished into the ether. We could have used our long distance spinning sight beam to examine them, but I guess not anymore. That's what we get for looking away for a moment.
Don't mind me, good sir, madam. I'm just a poor old blind bastard with nowhere to go.
Let's see. You know, predictably enough, this is the guy we were told to look for.
The traffic appears to be backed up. That's probably the rudest and most.
What in the name of the Mojal do you want? I mean the Six. I don't worship no Mojal. Never heard of the bugger.
Subtle.
Listen,
Ye gods. I mean goddess. There's only one. Blessed be her name, etc.
You are so annoying. Listen to me. I just spoke with the spice merchant at the Southgate Market.
You'll have to wait until they reopen the ghetto, just like everyone else.
Well, he sent me to pick up a delivery of, Mrs. Mullen's mixed spices.
What? No, that's, alright. It's irregular, but I reckon I can part with it for a fair price.
You said it's been paid for already, and that you'd probably try to weasel more money out of me.
For the love of... I'll just tell them we'll sort it out when I get down there. Mind you, it could take a while. Doesn't look like they're reopening the ghetto anytime soon.
I'm sorry, but he said he needs the spices right away. He's out of stock.
I keep hearing this buzzing sound in my ear, but I don't see any black flies around. Only you.
You can ignore me all you want, but I'm not leaving. If you think you're having a bad day, you should try mine on for size.
And we use the best methods.
By the Mojals. I mean, by the grace of the Six, blessed be their names. If you leave me be, I'll give you the bloody spices. And now, for the love of the goddess and for the sake of my sanity, let me be miserable in peace.
Absolutely. Won't bother you again. Thank you.
Well, we're not quite done with the errand yet. We need to, now that we've actually caught one loose end, we need to
Don't mind me, good sir, madam.
tie up everything else that was tied to that. And that means giving the guy the whole spice order and then taking the part that corresponds to the inn and bringing that all the way back to the place we just left. And then finally we'll get to the thing we were trying to get to in the first place. Also, it's not really clear on that right now, but basically the totally not Romans or generally invasive imperial conquering people that are in this city right now have this weird sort of culture where they worship a goddess, but they also have 6 basically pope women who are also emperors or such.
I think he's eager to get his delivery.
Right.
Back again! What a delightful and absolutely wonderful surprise!
Old stuff, but I'm trying to skip this right now because, yeah, you actually have to bring this
Hey,
out and
I got you spices.
use that.
That's wonderful! Fantastic! What spices?
Oh, for
Does this guy
crying.
have Alzheimer's?
You asked me to pick up your spices, remember?
Yes, yes! Ah, yes, I remember! Mrs. Mullen's spices! Oh, goodness me! Thank you, young lady! How indescribably wonderful!
You're welcome. Now, about Ben Rime's order?
Who? Benrime. Oh, yes. 1 pouch of Mrs. Mellon's mixed spices for the best mulled wine in Mercuria.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Enjoy your day, young lady, and do come back.
So we got a slightly smaller version of the same item we had before, I think. That's always good. So now we have to go back the way we came for theoretically the last time. To tie up this particular fetch quest and... Why does the forward key always seem to have trouble in that particular area? Well, maybe it's CPU stuff, I mean... Sometimes like CPU strain causes the game to drop inputs, and sometimes it's battery troubles. But I'm guessing it's actual CPU strain this time, somehow. As much as this game can produce.
Don't mind me, good sir, madam. I'm just a poor old blind bastard with nowhere to go and nothing to do.
Alright, we brought the bag of wine. Spices.
Hello?
What?
It wasn't easy, but I got the spices.
It took you long enough, child. Did you get lost?
No, but I had to do a lot of running around. It doesn't matter. I have the spices now.
Good. There's a pot of red wine in the kitchen. Mix the spices in, let it boil for a while, and you have mulled wine.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all your help.
Well, you look like you need all the help I can give you, child.
Alright. And yes, we actually need to do this ourselves now.
There's red wine boiling in that cauldron.
I'll put the spices in the not boiling wine. And then grab this thing. Oh, don't bring out the inventory.
It's an empty wine bottle.
And maybe now we can actually catch the bottle of wine. And bring that out to the guy that we've been trying to get information from the whole time. Hello? Oh. And apparently I pressed the right mouse button.
Don't mind me, good sir, madam. I'm just a poor old blind bastard with nowhere to go and
Mrs.
nothing
Mullins
to eat.
mixed spices.
I'm talking to you.
Ah, the sweet Santa Mrs. Mullins in Riverwood Red. Give it here, Petal. Let me take a swig.
Alright. Just like the wine in the New Testament, I
By
see.
the balance, that hit the spot it did. I'm most grateful, Petal. You've earned yourself a silver star in Blind Bob's book.
Glad you liked it. It wasn't easy getting it.
Without the journey, the reward isn't half as sweet. That's, what's her name? Old Chestnut round these parts. Still as true as the sky is green.
Green?
Had an accident with a chroma charm when I was a wee lad. Every morning Blind Bob wakes up, the sky's a different colour. Today it's green.
Alright. We still haven't actually
Hi
told
there.
us what we were trying to find out. though.
Poor. Oh, ha! It's ye. What tidings of joy do you bring me this time?
We were trying to find out about this
Do
person
you know
the
where
whole
I
time.
can find Minstrom Magda?
Oh, he knows her, Blind Bob does. He knows her well. Nice lady. Best sort nut soup south of Lame Bastard Hill.
Do you know where she is today?
Oh, she moves around, Magda does. Ain't seen her round here in a while. You might try asking someone other than Blind Bob.
Like who? I don't know anyone in the city.
Well, you might have more luck asking Crazy Clara. Lives up Crab Bend, Clara does, on Hangman Span, in view of Friar's Keep. Crazy as a turnip, Clara is. But she's also got a scout wing's eyes. She knows more than she lets on.
So we did that whole
Thank
fetch
you,
quest
Mr.
for a
Bob.
referral.
Oh, just call me theoretically. Make a donation to the
That was
welfare
completely
of
worth it,
Blind
I'm sure
Bob,
you'll agree.
and you'll receive your reward in the afterlife.
So it still hasn't finished. As we go all the way back to the place where we were at, but that we didn't fully explore yet, because there was no reason to go there for now. And we try to find the other person that we've been told to find. Well, while the loading screen bonanza is continuing, let me see if I can lower. Where's my mouse cursor? Oh, I said where's my mouse cursor? There. Why did it stick to the same mouse cursor image from the game? Even after I... Oh boy. Hang on, I need to do this the roundabout way again. Pop out the chats. Pop out the chat, please. Also pause the player because I don't need to be looking at this right now. Pop out the chats. What did I just say? No, I guess I'm gonna have to close this tab entirely, even though the chat hasn't been loaded yet. No, I have to close the tab and hope that the chat loads properly. Also, yeah, that pop out the chat. You kind of see that is the thing that shows up with the mouse over text as black sun with rays, as you might be able to appreciate. But now that this has loaded, maybe now it will actually show up all skip and stretch so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And do this. Alright, that took an unnecessarily long time to do, but now that it's done. Oops, no. OBS, you need to go here, and you need to go there, and now we need to bring back game. Hello? Trying to move the cursor. Well, it's still doing the bizarre input thing. Or lack thereof. You can hear me mashing the button every time. And hoping that it stays pressed, but a lot of the hopes in this game are for naught. Well, this looks like the person we were told to look after.
That must be Clara. She certainly looks the part. Hi there. Are you crazy? Are you Clara by any chance?
You've been a bad girl, Clara. You'll have to be punished. My baby, my baby. Gone, gone, gone.
Alright.
What happened to your baby?
Are you a spook? Do you dangle? Never fraternize with spooks, Clara. They can eat your soul.
I'm pretty sure I'm not a spook.
But you do dangle.
I do? I honestly don't know.
Dangle from their necks, the murderers do. Mind you stay good, Clara, or you dangle too.
So spooks are trees.
Spook.
Oh, no, I don't dangle. I'm alive, see?
No! Clara has been bad. She must be punished. No, please, no, it burns. Pretty thing, pretty thing. No more, please, no more.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to... Are you okay?
My baby, my beautiful baby. all gone.
Alright, back on topic.
Sleep now, beautiful. Everything will be better in the morning. I'm sorry, Flower, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to hurt you, Clara. So, you lost something? Or someone?
My baby.
Yes, that part I got. Your baby. Is it a child? A pet?
Westerlings caught him in a net, just like a butterfly. That's illegal, that is. Can't have that now, can we? Boxed him right up. We'll take care of him, put him to sleep for you. Pretty thing. Poor thing, my baby.
So it is your pet? A dog? Cat? I'm guessing there are stranger pets in this world.
No stranger. Best friend. You'll never have friends. You've been bad. No, please no. My friend.
You said the Westerlings took him. Who are the Westerlings?
The ghetto's close. Stand back. What's that you've got there, eh? Give us that thing right now.
The soldiers took him. What did they do with him?
We'll take care of him, we will. Gone. But close. So close. I still hear him, my baby. I still hear him crying.
Do you want me to help you find your baby?
Find baby?
Yes, if I can. I'll try. Do you know where he is?
Caged up like the twinkles in a diamond. He was coming home to Mammy. Home. Never again. Never, never.
That's very helpful.
Don't say that. We'll find him, okay?
And apparently we'll have to do that on our own, as we have no idea where it is, but... Well, it's not like there's that many places that we can look. It's just a process of elimination. But I mean, there is this one place where we haven't looked. There's this alleyway here. And if we try to go in...
You can't go in there.
We can't go in there, but... we can look at this thing that's turning the wheel. Or try to. With limited success. And well, it's standing in front of the guy.
That must be Crazy Clara's pet. It's really cute.
If you say so, but...
The poor guy must be scared. I should get him out of there right away.
Yeah, that'll go well, especially since there's a guard posted right there. Well, there's the old elephant and the mouse trope. Apparently, that thing wasn't very well secured to the wheel it was turning, so that takes care of that. Now let's see how this amazing saga is going to be resolved. And after two separate instances of helping people we don't know, maybe now we'll finally find out the one person we were trying to find.
That's really sweet. I see you got your baby back.
Safe now. We are happy. So happy.
Alright.
I'm glad. Look, I'm trying to find Minstrel Magda. Do you know where she is?
Magda? Where is Magda?
That's what I need to know. Please, could you try and focus for a second? I really need to find Minstrel Magda.
Cup of soup, Clara? Says the soup lady. Oh, yes, please. Right you are, then. Salt nut soup, our favourite.
What do you mean? Oh, soup lady, as in soup kitchen. She runs a soup kitchen.
Soup. Soup for the poor and homeless. Warm and thick with peas and carrots in it. And not only peas and carrots, but dubious lumps too.
Where is Magda's soup kitchen?
I go down there every morning to have my soup. I do. She's nice, she is. The soup lady. You ask her nicely, I'm sure she'll give you a cup too.
Down where? The market?
We're just down the street, Clara, at the Southgate Market from sunrise till midday every day. You come by any time, you hear?
That's right. The soup kitchen. I passed right by it. Thanks, Clara. Take good care of your baby, okay? He's a beautiful pet.
Wave goodbye now. Wave goodbye, little one.
Well, at least it's not... Who knows if it's as salty as the only reference I can think of right now as the noodle soup that the guy from, I think, chapter 2 of Apollo Justice tries to offer you. Since it's also a soup person who turns out to be a bit more important than they were at first glance, so...
Minstrom Magda. I finally...
Hello again, dear. Did you change your mind? Would you like a cup of soup?
We cannot accept a cup of soup, but...
No, thank you. Are you Minstrom Magda?
Shh, not so loud. There are ears everywhere. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm just looking for Minstrom Magda.
I don't know any Minstrom Magda. There are no Minstrom in this city. Not anymore.
But I was told that that Minstrom...
Like I said, there are none left.
I didn't know that. I don't know anything. I was just told that Magda could help me.
And who, pray tell, told you that?
Well, a few people did. I guess we're just going to refer to the innkeeper. I guess we're going to pretend that we didn't have to go on a couple of fetch quests
The
for this.
innkeeper at the Journeyman.
Oh? And who would that be?
Oh, boy. Well, can you remember what her name was? It's time to test your memory, but it was this. Was her name right? I believe that's her name. Well, it outright tells you since it's the only one that's certain.
Her name is Benrime Salmin.
I see.
The captions.
So Benrime sent you to find Magda. Now why would she do a thing like that?
Because I'm not from around here.
That much is quite obvious. Very well, dear. I do believe that you're as lost as you seem to be. I'm Magda. Just Magda, mind, and you would do well to address me as such. Either that or ma'am. No titles, no honorifics. Benrime ought to have made that clear to you. I will try and assist you with any questions that you may have, and maybe even point you in the right direction. But be discreet. Like I said, there are ears everywhere.
Alright. Why can't we say her first name? No, I think we're going to just leave it
Thank
at that.
you.
You watch yourself out there. Don't get in the way of the Azadi soldiers. If they knew whence you came.
I'll be careful. Bye.
But yeah, it's... The thing is, even with all the flavor text in the game, you pretty much will not be able to understand what's going on. Also, apparently you get a different look for the objective screen while you're in Arcadia. I actually hadn't noticed that. So yeah, we're making great progress so far. Trying to find out what we can do to get out of this place. Actually, hang on. Actually, do I need hang on, or can I actually... Yeah, I can. Well, I totally wasn't paying attention back there and I didn't realize that. Apparently we're not done talking to that woman. I'm just kind of blacking out and...
Hello.
Oh, hello, dear.
I'm eating Japanese peanuts. Well, how do we get back home?
Why did the innkeeper tell me to see you?
Most likely because I have assisted travelers like you before. But the times have changed. Marcuria has become a very dangerous place for people like yourself. For me too, but I belong here. You do not.
You think? I just want to go home.
And so you should, with haste. There's no adventure to be had here. Not anymore.
So there's nothing you can do for me?
Like I said, I will assist you with any questions you may have, and I will point you in the right direction. But that is all I can do.
Alright, well, we cannot share about April, apparently.
Do you know anyone by the name of April Ryan?
April? I may have heard that name before. What would you with her?
I don't know. I need to find her. We have something in common, and I think she's in trouble.
And you intend to save her? How do you propose to do that?
I don't know that either. I just need to find her.
Well, I apologize, but I cannot help you there.
So that was a moot point. Can we go back home?
Can you help me get back to my world?
No, I cannot. It's too dangerous. But I can point you in the direction of someone who might be able to help you. You will need to enter Old Town. They call it the Magic Ghetto these days, after our protectors rebuilt the wall. The entrance to the ghetto is across the square. The gate is usually open, but right now the soldiers are conducting a raid. You will have to wait until they open the gates again.
Where do I go once I'm on the inside?
Seek out an artisan of the magic craft. Their skills have been mostly outlawed by the Azadi, except inside the ghetto. A practitioner of the craft might be able to help you draw on your latent talents to open a gateway. But be careful. If the Azadi were to learn of your origins and powers, they would show no mercy. You would be sent away to stand trial. They fear magic, these foreigners. They are doing their best to control it, and everyone who uses it. And I fear they may be succeeding in their endeavors. Like I said, you would stand a better chance of getting home if you visited Old Town.
Well, how do we get in there, though? In this ghetto place where the magical people are held. It doesn't seem like we can just walk in there.
What's the Magic Ghetto?
It used to be called Old Town, the oldest neighborhood in Marcuria. Now it's a prison in disguise. All magical peoples in Marcuria have been forced behind those walls to protect them from the humans. At night, the gates are closed, and there are often raids. Homes are turned upside down. Good, honest people are arrested and...
And what?
They are taken away, never to be seen again. The Azadi call them terrorists. But they are shopkeepers and tailors and poets. The only terrorists here are... But no, we do not speak ill of the Azadi. They have done so much for us.
And Half-Life 2 totally ripped us off, right? But still don't know how to get into that place. I guess I'm just gonna have to find out on my own.
You be careful, dear.
Psst. Hey. Hey.
So hey, how convenient. Yes, she shifted over to this world, the same world that April went to in the first game. And speaking of April,
what do you want?
I hear you're looking
we
for
saw
a way
this
into
guy
the
with
ghetto.
her earlier.
Who told you... Oh, wait. Weren't you at the inn this morning?
Not here. There are soldiers around. Follow me.
I'm not following you anywhere.
But I can show you a way into the ghetto.
Just hold on a minute. Who are you?
My name is... It's Worm.
It's alright.
Worm? That doesn't exactly inspire trust.
What are you talking about?
How do I know I can trust you?
Back at the inn, I heard you say the name... April Ryan.
You know her?
I may know how to get in touch with her.
You do? How?
You'll just have to trust me.
If you overheard me talking to the innkeeper, you know I'm not from around here. I can't just follow any stranger I meet on the street. I mean, how do I know you won't lead me into a dark alley, knock me out, tie me up, and drag me into a basement somewhere?
I promise I won't drag you into a basement.
That's not specific
Besides,
enough.
What choice do you have? You're stuck here, aren't you? I'm the only one who can take you to April. She's the one you're looking for, right?
Okay, fine. So I don't have much of a choice. But if you're lying to me, I'll scream. I can scream pretty loud.
I'm sure you can. I promise, no basements. Come on.
Half-Life 3 now with the best paid mods money can offer. Oh
Hurry
wait.
up. We don't want. Stay close.
Well, I'm sure this will go
We're
great.
almost there.
We
just
haven't
around
left
the
this
corner.
area yet. Meanwhile, the salty seaman in this. I don't know, this looks like a dead end to me, I mean.
Now. Careful, Siobhan. She's a screamer. Raven will be pleased that we bagged us a spy.
So now we're bringing Teen Titans into this?
Asking about you. There's no question about it. She's a spy.
Oh wait.
She does not look Azadi.
Like that matters. You can't tell and you can't trust anyone. Let's get rid of her.
Bryn?
All I'm saying is let's not take any chances. She might have a tracking spell on her for all we know.
I would have detected it. There's something peculiar about her, but no magic.
Peculiar? What did I tell you? She's a spy, all right? Come on, let's get rid of her.
Quiet. I'll speak with her. Alone.
What? Why?
Bryn, don't make me lose my patience with you. You need to trust me.
But
Bryn, come. Now.
Fine. Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you.
So, why are you asking questions about me?
Well,
Where
there we
am
are.
I? Who are you?
I'm asking the questions here.
Wait, you're April, aren't you? I recognise you from the picture.
What? What picture?
A picture of you and your friends. Charlie and Emma. I was in your old room at the Victor... in the border house in Newport. Charlie told me about you. That you disappeared and that...
Whoa, slow down, slow down. You know Charlie and Emma? How's that even... How are they doing?
Dialogue.
I only just met them. At the Fringe. Back in my world.
Stark. I'm guessing you're not a spy.
I don't even know how I got here.
Continuity.
Last thing I remember, I was at the Fringe. I was going upstairs to make a call, and then... black. When I woke up, I was in this strange place. A subterranean city. And there were these creatures. I had to fight them. And all the time I was saying to
We
myself...
saw this,
Except
for
it's
the
no
fuck.
dream. I know the feeling.
Okay.
When I first came here, I refused to believe what my eyes and ears were telling me.
Now time for
But you
something
learn to
that we
accept the
might not
truth.
know.
You have to. You're a shifter. You've traveled through the divide between worlds. You're in Arcadia.
A shifter? That's what Ben Rime and Minstrom Magda told me. What's a shifter?
It'll take too long to explain. You're special. How's that? You can travel between worlds.
Travel? So how do I get back to our world?
Your world, not mine. You just do it. Once you learn how, it's like blinking with your mind.
But I can't even remember how I got here in the first place.
First couple of times, it's hard. It's easier when you're asleep.
I wasn't sleeping. At least, I don't think I was. It's fuzzy.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. What's your name?
Zoe.
Look, Zoe, I'd let you go, but I don't want you walking around out there asking questions, drawing attention to yourself. We'll have to put you somewhere safe until you can find your way back to Stark.
No. No, I'm here now, and I need your help.
What? Why?
Something's happening back in the real world. In my world. And I think you're connected to it somehow. I've been... receiving this strange message. Like I don't know. A vision broadcast through the wire. I keep seeing a snowy landscape with a scary black house that looks like a doll's house. And a little girl. Find April Ryan, she says. Save her. Over and over again.
Receiving? How? Through dreams?
No. No, on screens. It's like some kind of static interference. What does it mean?
Don't ask me. I don't need saving. You've got the wrong woman.
Right.
I don't think so. This girl, she led me to your room where I found
We
the
saw this.
You're sure about that? Look, Stark's not my world anymore. You got problems, you figure them out. That's what I had to do.
Why?
I'm done with the saving of the world. Ask someone else.
But
I'll help you get back. It's either that, or we lock you up somewhere until you figure out how to use your powers.
So she
and
doesn't
what
want
do
to
I
help.
tell your friends?
Tell them whatever you want. The April Ryan they knew is dead. I'm not part of their world anymore.
So you're not going to help me? You're not curious to find out why I keep getting these messages about you? What if something big is going down and...
Like I said, not my problem. I've played my part. Just leave me alone. Now, do you want to go back or not?
I do. Of course I do.
Good. Like I said, if this doesn't work, we'll have to make other arrangements. We're going to put you under hypnosis and unlock the part of your subconscious that controls your shifting powers.
Obviously.
Lie down on that bed, and I'll be right back.
Alright. Let's actually be cooperative now. Like we have been this entire time.
There's a part of you that knows how to travel.
Turn
I
out
will
an
help you
ensemble of the
remember
two
what
most
you have
likable
not
characters
yet
in video
learned.
games.
And I'll end up back in Newport.
Can't guarantee you that. You might end up somewhere else. Just try and focus on a familiar place. A safe place.
She
So
didn't
you're not
actually...
going to help me?
You don't need my help. Lie still.
What's she
Didn't
talking
actually
about?
travel though, she was
Something's
plugged
going
into
on
that
back in our world. A good friend of mine's
mind thing.
disappeared and
you need to not talk. Or would you rather have me lock you up?
And I think April can help me find out what's happened to him and why. So why won't you?
Because I have enough trouble in my life already. Because I'm fighting a war and because I'm done with your world. Now this is your final chance. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Don't speak. Listen to Naane's voice.
Ne'a.
Well, alright then.
Ayan An. Listen to my voice. Let it carry you into yourself, into the secret places in your mind.
Whatever you say, Chief.
Ayan An. Ayan An.
I don't feel a thing. What's this supposed to...
Well, maybe that.
What just happened?
I do not know, April An. She did not open a shift. And her clothes.
They're still here. Where did she go?
I do not know. I have never seen anything like it. It is almost as though she was smoke blown away by a wind.
It's kind of weird, why?
I cannot say.
Oh, it looks
I
like
do
her
not
clothes
feel
are
her
apparently
here,
still filled out,
in
even
this
though she's
world.
not there.
But I will say this. I do not think this girl is a shifter.
It's almost
what
like
is
they didn't
she?
want to
And
animate
where
them
did she go?
without the character modeling or something. Or maybe it's just magic, who knows. So what did happen? Well, we don't get to find out. Instead we get to travel to the nation of the imperialistic, conquering, dark-skinned people. Because why not? Apparently they also have redheads though. So yeah, we actually get to play as not three but... No, as not two but three characters, technically four if you count Brian from the beginning. I guess not. Also more fighting, because that's clearly the best aspect of this game, isn't that? That's also not going to get dulled or anything.
You boys might make warriors someday.
Right. Oh yeah, more of the same. Better than Mortal Kombat, yes, this is actually the first ever produced tech demo for Mortal Kombat 10. Before they added in all the blood and the X-ray moves and the fatalities. This is what it looked like. And you know, they fixed the camera so that it only looks at the people from the side. That too.
What do you want? A pat on your rump?
Also a competent AI, but that's just a minor detail. So now what? Well, now we just move. So what's with the redhead guy? Kind of stands out.
Garamon has been my mentor and guide for as long as I can recall. He saw potential in me when I was just a motherless boy. For that, I will always be grateful to him.
Whatever you say, guy.
Garamon personally picks out those soldiers he feels have the potential to be apostles. No, Amalan has proven to be a good student and a worthy opponent. He might become an apostle himself soon. Those few who were allowed into the war garden, inside the 6th circle.
Not bad, Kian. You did well out there today.
Apparently apostles.
Thank you, Master, but your praise shames me. The light of the goddess blinds my opponents and guides my sword to victory.
Your skill with the sword is unmatched, Kian, and
kind of
so
questions,
is your faith.
kind of question how the word
one does
apostle
not
can
equate with
exist
the
in a
other.
world without the Greek
What do you
language.
mean,
But
Master?
Your devotion to your faith and your prowess with a blade should never be confused. Religion and war mix as well as dry grass and a flaming torch.
Well, I guess it's for the same reason that all
I hold
aliens
my
sound
sword
British
in the
and
name of
Doctor
my
Who.
faith, and my faith is the shield that protects me from harm. They are like two rings intertwined.
Or like a pair of snakes eating each other's tails. Don't be blinded by rhetoric, Kian. I've taught you better than that.
Have you noticed yet that I'm supposed to be the subversive
Politics.
thinking one?
When did you become a woman? Your dedication to the mission is a waste of your potential and your time. With great talent comes great responsibility. You could be a powerful man, Kian. Instead, you've chosen life as a puppet. A puppet!
Apparently
Well,
I've
you've
never
never
somehow
approved of my calling,
never told you
But
this.
I have pledged my life to the goddess, and I have vowed to protect her word.
The word of the goddess does not require your protection, and you have pledged your life to the 6, not the goddess. Don't confuse the two.
On this, we will never see eye to eye, Master. I am an apostle of the faith, and I have...
1,000 pardons, Apostle.
Excuse me, Master. Yes, child Ella.
The 6 require your presence, Apostle.
When?
My apologies, Apostle. They said to bring you immediately.
Thank you. Master, forgive me.
Of course, Kian, you're excused. We will continue practice without you. Ammonon! Nozan! Into the ring! And try not to swing your swords like shy little schoolgirls this time around!
Please, Apostle, we must hurry.
Alright. Let's
Please,
spin
Apostle,
for a
we
little
must
bit
hurry.
first. Oh, he's seriously spinning without moving his feet, this one. A bit more noticeable. But, yes, please don't drop
Follow
inputs right
me,
now.
Apostle.
That would be quite bothersome.
Child Enna wants me to follow her to the council room to see the 6.
Right. Apparently it's right here.
The 6 await.
So let's see what the 6 is all about, or are all about. If we haven't gathered enough from the context already. Here are the 6, the one character model with 6 different fillets.
Apostle, our apologies for calling you away while you were training.
And perhaps other
We
minor
know that you are
variations.
busy with the initiates, but this could not wait.
We have just had word from our armies in the east, and it worries us deeply.
Our dearest Apostle, we have a very important task for you.
Yes, mistress.
Apostle, you know how some Eastlanders still resist our noble efforts at uniting their fractured nations and bringing the word to their goddessless lives. The mission continues unabated, of course. Nothing shall stand between the glory of the goddess and those lost ones who have strayed from her light. But still there are a few who have chosen to oppose us. Those misguided pagans have become a dangerous obstacle in the path.
Apostle Kian, we need you to travel east to those heathen lands, to bring the word to the heretics.
There is a man who leads these rebellious few, these insurgents. A man whose hands are soiled with the blood of many true-born. A daemon.
You must travel tonight to the Havens, Apostle, and board a cloud ship bound for the city of Marcuria. When you reach your destination, you will seek out this man, this butcher. They call him the Scorpion.
They do know
You
that the
must
word
seek him out,
daemon
and you
actually
must
refers to
convert
like
him.
nature spirits or
By the
minor
letting of
deities
his
in
blood,
its original
he
Greek
shall
usage,
be
right?
reborn into the next life, where he may find forgiveness.
They only
and
got
the glory
associated
of
with
the
evil
goddess.
things through Christianity,
Find this rebel
intolerance, and
leader,
paganism,
this
right?
Scorpion.
They don't
Let
ignore
your
that,
blade
right?
pierce his throat.
I don't
This is your mission, Kian Alvane.
As you please, mistress. Your word is my path.
You will leave now with haste. May the goddess be with you, Apostle. And mind the Scorpion does not sting you before you sting him.
I shall be vigilant, mistress. Blessed be the goddess. Blessed be the path. Blessed be the word. Blessed be the mission.
Well, I guess their chairs are separate from the rest, even though they're apparently identical.
Can we trust him?
If not him, then who? He is our most faithful apostle.
So it's a
He
bit more
knows not to
inconvenient for them
question our
since they
word.
don't have a table
He
in
will
front of them.
complete his mission.
The prophet was adamant. There is much resting on this task. It is the last obstacle, the prophet said. When it is done,
The light of the goddess will wash across the world like a tidal wave, drowning all those who lack faith.
May that day come swiftly, and may the goddess aid the apostle in his mission. The future of our empire rests on his shoulders now.
So now this is also kind of becoming like the plot of Chrono Trigger at the end. There's a prophet and there's old women trying to apparently conquer the world, basically. Onion manipulating a guy who right now we're not sure, but apparently he's supposed to not be completely evil. Let's get more of his characterization to confirm this.
I am being sent to the Havens tonight, Master. A cloud ship will take me east across the ocean. I must leave with haste.
With haste? I see. Another heathen who needs converting.
There's great darkness in this world. Is it not our duty to illuminate the darkness with the light of the goddess?
We cannot make the sun rise in the dead of night, Kian. Like everyone else, we must wait for dawn.
Must we have this discussion again, Master? It seems to me you question everything I believe in.
Not so, Kian. You know I'm a man of faith. What I am questioning is our right to impose our faith on others. I've been to these eastern lands and they...
And is it not a place full of darkness and sin? Would it not be better off under the guiding light of our faith and the mercy of the goddess?
What would you have me answer? There is indeed arrogance, oppression, murder and fear in those lands. But there's also beauty, freedom and humility. And the brightest day has the darkest shadows, Kian. Remember that.
I must depart now, Master. The cloud ship leaves the Havens at first light, and my duty beckons.
Duty or no duty? Do only what you yourself believe to be right, and not what others tell you is right. I'll see you when you get back. You can tell me all about the Eastlanders, and how you rescued their maidens from a life of sin. May you walk with the goddess, Kian.
And the light of the goddess upon you, Master Galman.
Well, that was pretty much a reiteration of last time they spoke, though. Basically, one of them was actually reasonable. And why are her pupils poking through her eyelids? Oh wait, they're not anymore. Also, I hope you've read up on your Aboriginal Australian terminology.
You alright, girl?
Or mythology of that.
Where am I?
You're still at the Fringe. You don't remember?
I don't know. How did I get back here?
Back? You haven't moved all night. A couple of guests found you passed out. You were drugged.
What?
That's what it looks like. I checked the cameras, but there was nothing on them. The crystals were wiped. When we found you last night, I called a friend of mine, a doctor. She came by and checked you out. She said you were on some kind of synth, but that you'd sleep it off. So I closed the room and kept an eye on you all night.
That's not possible. I was somewhere else. April, she...
What?
I met April. April Ryan. I was in Arcadia, the place she spoke about. I was there. So I couldn't possibly have been here.
Zoe, Look, I've been checking in on you every 15 minutes all night long. You couldn't have gone anywhere without me noticing. You were fed some kind of hallucinogenic. You've probably been having very vivid dreams.
Well, how do we react? I mean, it all just a dream? It was awfully specific if so, but...
That's impossible. I was there. I spoke with April. She wasn't very cooperative. But I did speak with her.
All I know is that you've been sleeping right here since we found you. You left Emma and me at the table to make a call. 20 minutes later, some guests found you passed out in the booth. They gave up their reservation quite willingly. They didn't want to get involved.
Sorry about that.
Sorry? Girl, it's not your fault that someone drugged you. But you might want to consider getting out of this before you get hurt.
I can't just abandon Reza.
I'm sure he doesn't want you to put yourself at risk like this.
Did you see whoever did this to me?
You don't remember anything?
No.
Well, you should remember the guy's
That's
face,
like a blur.
at least.
The first thing I remember is waking up in... No, I don't remember anything from the Fringe.
Or the twins.
I didn't see anyone. But apparently our friend Marcus Crozier checked in just before the incident. And he brought 2 guests.
Oh, there you go.
I remember... part of it. Marcus, the twins.
Twins?
They're working together. They were in Reza's apartment back in Casablanca, and they were here last night.
So they must have been the ones who drugged you.
Maybe. But I don't understand why they didn't just... kill me. I mean, that's the second time they've attacked me, and I'm still walking.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's not to look a gift horse in the mouth. You're alive. Don't ask too many questions.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should just go home while I'm still...
Or...
After all, Marcus turned out to be a big mistake on my part. And if Reza's gotten himself into something really dangerous...
Maybe you're incompetent.
Besides, I don't know where to go from here. I might as well head back to Casablanca and wait for Reza to get in touch with me.
That sounds like a good idea, girl. How do you feel?
A bit woozy. But pretty good, considering. Did
Oh,
Emma
we
leave
might.
already?
Early this morning. She
It
has a
might
show
be
later
something
today
else,
in Moscow.
since
I
there
promised
were
I'd
other
keep her
people
updated.
on.
So what are you going to tell
Mindworm thing
her?
that apparently sent her
I
there.
don't know. What you just told me, I guess. Who knows? Even if it was a dream, maybe you really did speak with April.
It felt real enough. I don't know. I need to sort things out in my head. Well, I guess I will go home. I don't feel like crossing paths with Marcus or the twins again.
They were probably just trying to scare you. Your friend seems to be onto a pretty big story.
Yeah, I just hope that... Ow.
You okay, Zoe?
Just my head. Yeah, I'm okay.
You can stay here as long as you need to. And I can call my doctor friend again. No need to go to a hospital.
No, I should go home. Thanks, Charlie. I really appreciate it.
No problem, girl. Drop by if you're ever in town again, and keep me updated if you find your friend or if you hear from April.
I will, Charlie. Thanks for everything.
Well, that was neatly tied up. I'm sure nothing else will come of that, even though we've just gotten another message. And a call right as we get out of the club.
Hola, sweetie. It's me. Where are you?
Hi, Liv. I'm still in Newport, but I'm on my way home. Any news?
Yes. You're going to Japan.
Didn't we just said we would walk away from all
I
this?
decrypted Reza's notes. Well, most of them. Okay, some of them. I'm still working on it, but I found out that he was investigating Watticorp.
Watticorp? Really? My God, that's pretty huge. What was he investigating?
Don't know yet, sweetie, but he was in contact with 2 people at Watti, one of whom was the dead girl in his apartment. From his notes, my guess is that after leaving Newport, he would be heading to Watti City, on the island of Hokkaido in northern Japan. That's where Watticorp HQ is located. That's also everything I've got so far, I'm afraid. I'll keep working on Reza's notes, and I'll have more info for you when you get there.
You mean Japan?
You know, I'd try and convince you not to go, but you seemed pretty set on tracking Reza down, and all signs point to Japan.
You know that all the dash,
I have
all
to keep
roads
going.
lead to Japan.
I can't give up. Not now, not this time. This is too important. If I quit...
Is everything all right, Zoe?
Yes and no.
And they'll totally
I'm
let you
fine.
in, especially
I'm
if
not
you're
hurt
from
or
outside
anything,
there.
but Things have happened.
That's how it's
I
always
don't have
been.
time to get into it
Don't
right
you
now.
know?
But it'll make a hell of a story someday.
As long as you're okay, sweetie. Like I said, I'll keep working on the notepad, and I'll call you when you get to Wati City. Safe journey.
All right, Liv. Take care.
But yeah, I guess we're going to Japan. Like, right now, seriously. Didn't even have time to check that one text message that we got. Just need to board these enormous jets. I think we saw this scene in the intro too. Well, I gotta say that the lyrics of this song certainly match the singer's tone. You were what? Well, he could try to speak a little bit more clearly, but I don't know.
All right, so tell me about the tower.
I guess we're not going to Japan yet.
Azadi,
Need to take care of things here as well.
Wasteful and arrogant. I have never seen its like. They are building a ladder to the heavens.
Maybe it's a temple of sorts. I may not know a lot about the enemy, but they're pretty religious.
To call the Azadi religious would be like calling the sun warm. Their faith is all they have. If we shake that, the war is ours.
I don't think that's a viable strategy, Chuan, but it's good to know that they have a weakness. Faith is a double-edged sword.
This tower of theirs may be another weakness. When I was there earlier, I noticed they were still building. They have put up wooden platforms for the workers to climb.
Scaffolds. Next to the tower?
You have been by the tower, right? Are you fucking blind?
To climb it, one might find a way into the tower.
You not realize that they seem to be placed in a very convenient way.
Must be very important to the Azadi.
Just at a
And
glance.
like you said, it could be another weakness of theirs.
You will go alone.
I need to. If there are more of us,
We are easier to spot. And if you are caught, someone still needs to return to the city with the supplies. That is our mission.
That's our mission, Chuan. I'll be back before dawn.
Watch your back, Raven.
Alright.
So, what are we doing tonight?
So yeah, we're April now,
are
by the
not
way.
doing anything. You're staying here with Chuan. I'm going out.
What? You can't go on a mission without us.
I'm not going on a mission, Bryn. I'm just taking a walk.
Right. And that girl didn't ask you for help.
Which girl?
The one who disappeared. The one from from that place that we can't talk about.
Stern look.
She asked for your help, and you just dismissed her.
Well, we could try to give her a contradictory response to what her characterization has been so far, but... Or maybe we could not. Well, we could try to do something that's as close as that as we can.
Bryn, you don't understand. That girl Zoe, she was asking for the impossible. I left her world behind a decade ago. I swore to never go back, and now I can't, even if I wanted to. There are other matters to attend to, other people who depend on me, on us. Whatever it was she was asking for, she'll have to find it somewhere else. Trust me, it's not impossible.
I don't agree. If you hadn't risked your life to save mine, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be fighting on your side, and there'd be a lot more Azadi walking around. You took a chance when you killed those soldiers back then, and it paid off, didn't it? I'm alive, and I'm on your team. It was risky, but it was the right thing to do.
It's not the same thing. This is our world. Whatever goes on in the other world, it doesn't concern us.
I think you're wrong, but it doesn't matter what I think. I'm still just a kid to you, right?
Bryn! Bryn!
Well, if you do that, then that doesn't really help your case. Oh, it looks like we gotta talk to one more person in the A team before we can leave.
Will you need any assistance tonight, April on?
I'll go alone. There may not be a curfew yet, but the soldiers will still notice 2 or 3 where they would ignore 1.
That is true, and I need to speak with someone who can supply us with the herbs, potions and medicines.
You speak too slowly.
With Torbear in jail and Hamish doing business with the Azadi, Old Town's our best bet, but it closes with the sun.
Tomorrow morning, then, first thing.
Sounds good, but you'll have to go alone. Chuan and Bryn are taking care of the food tomorrow. Benrime's helping them get in touch with some sympathizers.
So be it. I shall make inquiries in Old Town in the... May the stars shine on you and your endeavors tonight, April on.
Break a foot.
Break a leg. But I like May the Stars Shine on You better, Naane.
I think we all do, but... Actually, I don't think we can just out and leave yet, since we do. We can actually just leave, never mind. I was pretty certain that Benrime would try to stop us, but I guess not. You know, we're using her in for a hideaway. So that's her role in this game. Apparently she can shelter the the rebel forces from the evil empire of the heaven-piercing towers. And the identical women who sit next to each other. And also apparently religion, because, you know, that never ceases to be relevant. Even if the way that this game addresses it is not really innovative anyway, but...
The guards are a bit more vigilant at night. I should stay away from them.
Well, let's have a chat.
The curfew begins at midnight. Make certain you're home by then.
Why isn't your mouth moving when you speak?
The tower's closed, citizen.
Oh.
Come back in the
Oh,
morning
not quite
and
what I
make
meant
sure
to
to
say.
bring your papers if you hope to be let inside.
You're telepathic, but yeah, that's terribly conspicuous scaffolding that we need to climb. Sure, there'll be no complications,
Halt,
so wait.
citizen. This area is closed. Please leave immediately. I will not warn you a second time. Get out of here.
Well, we can just walk away. Or can we? Can try to be sneaky and go around the back. But the guy will not notice us coming from this direction. Especially if we bend our knees slightly, and that's totally crouching, right? And try to go up from behind. Yeah, sure hope that my keyboard doesn't drop any input right now.
I'll need to find a way to get onto the scaffolding without being spotted.
What if we do it...
I need to find a way onto the scaffolding, but not until I've taken care of that guard.
Taken care of him how? I mean, we're right next to him.
I'll need to find a way to get onto the scaffolding without being spotted.
Well, that was easy.
He's dead. I should get on with it before someone finds his body.
Well, she's not quite as delicate as Garrett is. I can see that much. I guess killing the Gribbler was what enabled her to murder without remorse. That's a dark turn in her life, man. Also, you totally can't see her from in there.
The door is slightly ajar. If I do that, I'm sure to be noticed.
Alright, let's use our long-distance laser vision observation powers to see what's going on, or try to.
She keeps her desk clean. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad one. That looks appropriate.
So, we try to look back here. There
I
we
can't
go.
hear what they're talking about. I need to get close.
Right, let's get closer. Do that now. There we go.
The delays are out of my hands, Prophet. Rebel raids in the north have impeded deliveries of the necessary raw materials, and further reinforcements from Sadir are not...
Prophet, are you a child from this era who is somehow sent back into the far past and then or into the
I
far future and then
understand
taught magic and then
We will finish
through a
on time.
contrived
We have
storyline
taken on
tries
more
to
workers,
stop the end of
and
the
we are
world and
making
then
progress
travels
by
back
the
here
day.
and
We will
influences
reclaim
all the
time
events that
lost,
led to that.
The tower will stand
And
ready
then
for the
fails anyway.
inauguration. I swear by the Six that I shall not disappoint you. Sadir has sent an apostle to take care of that particular problem.
Prophet, you have a purple
They
cat.
say that he is one of the best.
Should have started by
Though
asking
I have
that.
yet to meet him in person. He arrives soon. As you wish, Prophet. I will put my most trusted man to the task. Please, Yes. You have made that abundantly clear on several occasions. It will not come to that. I will not fail you. All will be as you have asked, Prophet. May the goddess bless your path, Prophet. Her light will wash across this world and cleanse it of evil.
No, apparently
strange.
these people are blind also.
I should try and
why
follow
did the window
him,
get them
find out
focused?
who this mysterious person is.
And the child is also blind. Good to know.
Elisa, bring me my supper. I shall be dining in my office tonight.
That is clearly the same child from the other city. But apparently, well, maybe it's her twin sister who dresses and wears her hair in the exact same way. Well, time to stay pressed up against this window for a couple of hours while I wait for this woman to go away. Till the body's gone. I guess they're not gonna bother to, like, post a guard in this area or anything. Just take it away and dump it somewhere and just don't concern yourself over that.
Hey, that's the man I saw in the emissary's office.
Oh boy. I think it might,
I should follow him. I'd like to find out who this prophet is.
it might be time for puzzles soon, and one of the worst puzzles in this. At that. But I guess we'll find out. Can't remember if we're actually gonna have to do this now, or there's going to be another interlude before that. But yeah, there's a particularly egregious puzzle sequence coming up before too long. But first, let's follow this guy into the inn. He vanishes into thin air, and now he's inside. Well, did anyone...
Benrime? Yes, what is... Oh, April. You've returned. Good. Did you want something?
Did anyone come
Where
in?
did the man in the cloak go?
That guy.
Who?
The man who just walked through the door. He was wearing a hooded cloak.
No one fitting that description has been in here, April. It's a slow night, I would have noticed.
That's impossible. I saw him walk in here with my own eyes.
Well, I may be old, child, but I am not blind. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do.
I know I saw him walk in here. He couldn't have just vanished.
Well, he couldn't have just vanished, let alone go right by her without her noticing, but we're going to go with that theory anyway, I guess. Well, wouldn't you know it, there he is. Those reflexes. No, I guess we don't have to do that now, but... Meanwhile, in Japan.
Olivia?
Yes, sweetie, it's me. Are you Use the red razor?
What? You're breaking up, Liv.
Static's getting worse by the hour. Parts of the wire are down. Can you hear me?
Barely. This is crazy.
I know. We'll have to keep it short. Any news about Reza?
Not yet, but I just arrived in Wati City.
What's it like there?
Nice. Chilly, but nice. What's going on?
Still working. Reza's contacted Wati Corp. He protects his sources well. In the meantime, you'll need to find a way inside the corporate campus.
I didn't get all of that, Liv, but call me when you have a name, okay? Hello?
Won't take long. The encryption's military grade, but I'm almost there.
Okay, that's good. I should get going. Oh, and Olivia?
Yes, sweetie?
Thank you. I really appreciate the help.
Don't be silly. Friend too. I'd turn the world upside down to find him.
I know. Thanks anyway.
The connection's deteriorating, sweetie. I'll get back to work and ring you up as soon as I have something. Bye.
Well, maybe it's a provider issue. Or maybe we're in a place that's so kind of melting potentially industrialized that there's a lot of stuff in the air that's going to be interfering with cell phone stuff, but...
The ticket office is closed. Of course. This just isn't my day.
Well, what does the cell phone thing say we have to do? It's not really that evident. Blah blah blah, get into the headquarters of this company. What do we do? Just clearly
Hello?
by...
Anyone there? No,
into the museum that's right next to the company.
That would be too easy.
Well, how about this machine?
Ticket machine. It sells tickets to the Watty Court Museum. I need my mobile to use the machine.
Of course we do. What if we don't have a mobile?
Out of order. Please purchase your tickets at the ticket office.
Yeah, apparently this is a
Great.
place where...
That makes sense.
where Bonzi Waddy became a multinational corporation. Clearly a landmark to behold.
There's a walkway over to the other side of the canyon, but it's blocked by these turnstiles.
These turnstiles that apparently employ force field technology. And can't just be... I'm pretty sure you could just climb over that if you really wanted to, but... Guess we're going to do things by the book here. Let's not go crazy.
I think most everyone here works for Watty Corp.
Alright. Well, yeah, you can kind of see that. Also, this guy. I wonder how he could be significant. Apparently, he doesn't like the sight of us, though.
It's empty. The dustbin automatically incinerates its contents every 10 minutes or so.
Can we examine this,
Cable car. I suppose that's the only way to get across the canyon.
cable car?
Ticket. Oh, okay. It's for getting into the cable car and across the canyon to the museum.
So we need a ticket for the cable car.
She looks really sad.
Maybe she can
Hello
help.
there.
Oh. Hello, miss.
My name's Zoe. What's yours?
Oh. I'm Rico, Miss Zoe-san.
Nice to meet you, Rico.
Nice to meet you, too.
Well, what's going on?
Are you okay, Rico? You don't look very happy.
Oh. Well, my big brother Ren was supposed to look after me while grandmother and my little brother Hiro went to the museum. But then Ren met this girl and he left me here by myself. Now Ubasan and Hiro are at the museum and I don't have a ticket.
That doesn't sound very nice of Ren.
He likes girls. More than he likes me, anyway.
Well, honey, that's men for you. Can't you just call your grandma?
I tried, but I can't get through. And since the machine is broken, I can't buy a ticket. So now I have to wait here until they come back.
Alright, that's...
I have to go now, Rico.
Oh, thank you for chatting with me, Miss Zoe-san. Maybe I'll see you later?
So now we have to find 2 tickets, ostensibly. Maybe this guy can help.
Should be here by now.
Also, I don't really know what sort of accents they were going
sumimasen?
for with that girl, but...
Gomenasai. I thought you were someone else.
Or this guy, for that matter. So... museum.
Sorry, I was just wondering, do you know how to get to the museum?
Cable car. Right there. The museum's on the other side of the canyon. We were supposed to go to the museum today. Yuriko and I. She's my fiancée.
I see. So what happened?
She's late. She's not usually... who am I kidding? She's not coming.
Well then, if you're so convinced, why are you still standing there? Girlfriend?
Why would you say that?
We've been having problems lately. It's all my fault.
How so?
I've been too busy with work. I haven't paid as much attention to her as she deserves.
Should we say something to him or blame him for prioritizing work? Well, let's try to be nice and see where that takes us.
It sounds like you care about her.
I do. And now I've blown it. I'm sorry. I can't. I have to leave.
Well, apparently he leaves. And there's a ticket. Presumably, you know, we can't actually see that, but we can't interact with him either. This is just on his way out. Well, let's salvage that before it gets burned. Let's salvage both pieces of it. Yeah, I don't know, he looks kind of perturbed, I guess. Also, there's this machine.
There's only chewing gum left. I don't even like gum. Every pack comes with a special Watty sticker. Okay, that's something. I'll need to use my mobile to make a purchase.
So let's get some gum. Clearly we can use the gum to fix the ticket, right? That always works. Actually, hang on. What if we... Can we give this to...
Hey,
so?
There's a free sticker inside.
No, that's why we're looking inside the package, damn it. Can we use a sticker with...
It's a colourful sticker with a cartoon Wattilla on it. It says,
the ticket to fix it, yeah.
I don't get it.
Chew you later, also we fused the ticket.
I can't give her my ticket. I need it more than she does.
Well, sucks to be you, we're on our way.
It's the ticket reader for the cable car.
Welcome to Watty Corp, inventors of the Wattilla, the Bunny Bot, and the most popular and advanced entertainment technology in the world. Please take a seat and stand clear of the closing doors. We will be departing shortly. You're about to go on an exciting journey into the heart of Watty Corp and experience the amazing history behind one of the planet's most successful corporations. From the Watty entertainment system to the Wattilla and beyond, Watty Corp has provided mankind with love, happiness, and billions of hours of entertainment. And in just a few months, Watty will unveil a revolution in home entertainment with the most exciting new product in our 200-year history, Project Altera. This is a great time to
I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, but...
family. The future of entertainment is
all right.
Watty bright. Please ensure that you have all your belongings with you when you leave the car. Enjoy your visit to the Watty Corp Museum.
Do they have chosen a more chipper voice for this self-masturbatory
Hey, so do you have a name for me?
The name. Told you I'd...
I see.
Encryption. So, are you inside yet?
The line's even worse than before, Liv. I can barely hear you.
Hold on. Let me... There. I've switched us over to a classified eye channel. That should stabilize things quite a bit. Of course, the Eyes Agent software will also light up like a Christmas tree, so we need to be quick. Are you inside Watty Corp yet?
Working on it.
Atta girl. So, the person you need to get in touch with is one Damien Kavanaugh, with a C. And an A-U-G-H.
I get it.
Reza was in touch with Kavanaugh through Rio Kuruki, the dead girl in his apartment. Rio and Damien worked together.
I remember Reza talking to Rio on the phone when I last saw him. So Damien Kavanaugh's the source. How do I find him?
He's a resident of Watty City, but he's not currently on the wire. I believe Watty Corp's shielded. Mobiles won't work inside the main campus. If he's not on the wire, he must be at work. Either that or the static's messing things up.
We'll have to bet on the former, since I'm already heading into the Lion's Den. Where exactly does he work?
Don't know. I could dig into the Watty databank, but it might trigger some alarms. And we don't want to trigger any alarms.
One moment. Alright, that wasn't necessary. But again, so is this dialogue.
I do know that Ryo Kuruki worked as a systems analyst in biotech and that Kavanaugh's in software. I'll keep digging, and I'll send you a message if I find any more info on the guy. We should stick to just messages from now on. This connection's too risky.
Because I couldn't just do that to begin with.
Okay, I will find him.
Better keep talking.
Find him.
Good luck, sweetie, and be careful. Shit, agents have locked on. Got to run.
Liv? Olivia?
Better say her name.
I hope she's okay.
Well, it doesn't really matter anyway. Let's just get on the way to this place. And see what's inside. It looks very exciting, as you can see.
What are you doing? Get away from there. That exhibit is very expensive. It's not meant to be touched.
Hero, what are you doing? I told him to keep his hands off the exhibit, sir. I apologize for my grandson's behavior.
You should do a better job of keeping your grandson in check, ma'am.
If you do that again, Hero, we're going straight home, and you're not getting any dessert tonight.
Alright. So now that we have that ambience properly established, let's see what this place is.
Before a more realistic, gorilla-like Watilla was put into production, this early prototype was tested in limited release.
I see.
It had many of the same mannerisms as the final Watilla, but it lacked our favorite friend's furry appearance and soothing personality. Unlike the Watilla we know today, the prototype was also programmed to randomly wet itself, a feature that met with much controversy and frustration.
Maybe you could just not give it fluid to do that with? Also, there's the bunny bot.
Touching the exhibits will trigger the alarm.
The first bunny bot was 10 feet tall and weighed more than 300 kilograms. After several unfortunate casualties, of which Watticorp has been completely absolved, a smaller and lighter version was put into production. The bunny bot has remained one of Watticorp's most popular toy bots, and it's still being sold to happy children and concerned adults across the world today.
I see. What about these two?
The original Roboy has gone through many design changes in the past century. These two versions, from 2132 and 2159 respectively, were slight variations on Dr. Pete's original award-winning design. The Roboy on the right-hand side of the display is still considered by some to be what is ultimate marriage between form and function.
In what way? I don't really see how it leans particularly well in either direction. Well, here's a bouncy body we know.
The fourth generation Watilla, introduced in 2198, has become the most successful toy bot in history. With its complex emotional response system and friendly demeanor, the Watilla is a beloved friend and companion for billions of children and adults. What's next for Watti's favorite toy bot? We aren't telling, but the future sure looks Watterific.
Oh, what terrifying. As the case may be, but it's also this thing.
Little Big Cat was Watticorp's first furry toy bot, accompanied by a very popular animated show, The Amazing Adventures of Little Big Cat and Bob. It proved to be a huge success. The show ran for 8 years and ended with a very special episode where Bob, the reformed child murderer, killed, boiled, and ate Little Big Cat. Fans have been demanding the return of Little Big Cat, and Watticorp is currently considering bringing this popular and twisted toy bot back to the market and to your screens.
But did Bob kill Little Big Cat before he killed When the Meld? It's also always the question. Isn't this the same thing as over there?
Roboy, seen here in its original version, was Watticorp's 5th generation humanoid robot. Designed by Dr. Alvin Peets himself and released in 2104, it became an immediate bestseller. This particular design lasted for almost 20 years. Roadboy is known for his winning personality, his helpful attitude, and his dogged persistence. He is also known for being the first robot with ADHD.
I don't know how viable it would be to consider robots capable of psychological disorders, since it's kind of linked to how someone's mind is supposed to function. So, you know, if you design a mind to function in a certain way anyway, how much can you argue that that's a disorder? But
It's a biometric scanner, probably linked to some primary authentication mechanism, like a voice code or an access card.
or just doing whatever we want with it, like that.
Hey! That door is for staff only.
Really? I'm sorry. I was, looking for a bathroom.
No bathroom, staff only. Sorry.
I see.
The only way I'm getting past that is if Olivia gives me a hand. Not literally, of course. That would be so wrong.
Well, can we actually get a hand? Did we get any messages? Well, apparently, the location of the guy we're looking for has been tracked down. And our mobile thing got upgraded. Well, this solution is very obvious right now, isn't it? Doesn't it? Just use our mobile, but apparently not.
You again. Didn't I tell you to stay away from that door? That's for staff only.
Oops, my bad. I just really need a bathroom.
I told you already. No bathroom.
Right. Sorry.
Well, that's pretty shitty design for a mega corporation, but let's keep trying, clearly.
Hey!
Let's keep watching this animation.
All right, that's enough. Get away from there.
It was an accident, I swear.
The next time, I'm calling security.
Whatever. How did you get over there so quickly so that you can setting that particular
Didn't I warn you? Stay right there. Security's on its way.
Particular location to
Stay
yell.
there. Don't move.
Nope, now I'm going. But no, we're actually supposed to be able to get past that door.
He looks a bit glum.
Maybe this kid can help.
Hey, any chance you could help me out? You see, I need to distract that guard. No? Nothing? Not up for any more mischief today? Pity.
No, but we should be able to bribe the kid. With a stick of gum that we apparently don't like.
Do you want some gum?
Yes. Only, I'm not supposed to take candy from strangers. Or talk to strangers. Or look at strangers.
It's not really candy. It's gum.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to actually eat gum since it's got all that rubber in and all that.
Thank you. It's really good.
Now about that thing we talked about.
Enjoying your gum?
Yes.
Good. Maybe you can help me with something in return.
What?
I need you to distract the guard. Can you do that?
Maybe, but Obazan will be very, very upset. Again.
Please. It's for a really good purpose, I promise. And it'll be fun.
Are you really a grown-up?
I am.
Because I'm only supposed to listen to grown-ups. Okay, I'll help you. Watch this.
Well, she's kind of lying, you see, but... Now apparently Bonnybot is the ticket. And there it goes.
Hey!
The same voice clip and everything.
Gojira!
Gojira.
Gojira!
Yes, you already said that. Now how about Gilgamesh? So now we can do this. And there it is. All the Japan. I'm gonna have to look up that Gilgamesh thing when this is over, but hey, we made it into the staff room.
Someone forgot to close their locker.
Right. So let's raid their locker.
There's a uniform in here. It probably belongs to a maintenance worker or a cleaner.
So obviously we go to the obvious thing, which is dress up as a maintenance woman. And maybe now we can...
It's a ventilation duct used by the bots to connect between different parts of the building. It won't budge. I'll need to wait until that bot comes back.
I can tell this instinctively, even though I'm nowhere near the thing right now. So yeah, let's crawl through the vent. Don't think it needs to be that big for just that bot to go through it, but I guess that's how we get here.
Locked.
Thank goodness that's not the way we have to go. Well, how about this direction? Well, here's a woman.
Who are you? Are you new?
Yeah, totally.
Yes. Yes, I just started. I'm going up to, the 4th floor to...
Well, go on then. Don't waste my time. Also, for your information, they don't like it when you talk to anyone, so don't.
So apparently maintenance workers in this universe are like eunuchs. Well, that works. And now we get to stand next to each other like this.
So...
Didn't she just get told to not talk to anyone?
No, nothing. Sorry.
What?
Sorry. Just clearing my throat. Dry air. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. The air.
Dry. Mm-hmm.
Almost there.
So it's just like real life. Except, you know, in real life they have service elevators I use for that, but... What wackiness. It's also... because we weren't done with that.
Honored guest.
Because we hadn't had enough of this
Please,
yet.
honored guest,
Stealth
do not
sections.
leave the waiting area without an authorized escort. Thank you, and have a fulfilling and productive day.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Oh yeah, here's another, there's actually 2 very great, totally, very well remembered, very enjoyable stealth sections, one right after the other.
Emergency exit. It's probably hooked up to an alarm.
Your unauthorized, our honored guests are requested and required to
Also,
stay behind the line and inside the waiting area until an authorized escort arrives. Our honored guests are requested and required to stay
we're
behind
getting
the
killed.
line and inside the waiting area.
I guess we could
until
go
an
back to
authorized escort
behind the
arrives.
line if we can get there without getting killed. How about now? Are we still gonna get murdered? Yep, I guess we are.
Please, honored guest, do not leave the waiting area without an
Or
authorized
except it went right back around. Never mind.
and have a fulfilling and productive day.
I promise to stop killing you if you go back to the waiting area. But now we do need to get past that thing. Just a matter of rushing through and then realizing that another one's gonna come by. So I guess the other one's, first one's gone. But what we're actually supposed to do is hide behind stuff like this. And hope that those things don't come in the direction that we are, like that one. Looks like it might, and it does. I guess we until that happens and then just go past. And into the place where it came from. That was instinct. And sure enough, here's the only guy who's present. And apparently our health bar was still there, but I guess it disappeared.
This must be Damien Kavanagh's office. And that's the only person I see in here. So, Damien?
Is he fixing those fjords in Magrathea planets?
Hello, can I help you?
Well, let's get to the point. I think that's
I'm looking for Damien Kavanagh.
logical thing to do.
Speaking. Well, what do you need? I have clearance to work today.
I don't work here. I'm a friend of Reza Tamiz, Jericho.
Jericho? Jesus. How did you... Hold on a second. Let me just...
What did you just do?
I made sure that this remains a private conversation. How did you get in here? This place is a bloody fortress.
I'm getting good at finding my way into impenetrable fortresses. I'm Zoe.
Damien Cav... You already know who I am, which I find sorely disturbing. I told Jericho that he couldn't talk to anyone about this. Did Jericho send you? I haven't been able to contact him.
Jericho's gone. Something's happened to him. But he left me enough info to locate you.
He's disappeared. Oh, Jesus. That's not good. What about Rio? She went to see Jericho 5 days ago.
Is she... Are you close?
We work together. Why? What's happened?
I think she's... dead.
Well, we saw her dead
body. Are you
body.
serious? Oh, Jesus. I'm in way over my head on this one. I shouldn't have asked her to go. What happened to her?
I don't know. I found her in Jericho's apartment. She was hooked up to this white plastic thing, and there were wires going into her head.
The Dreamer.
What?
That's what it's called. A Dreamer. It's not supposed to kill you.
Also time for
I
more
know.
exposition.
They hooked me up to one.
At least this time it actually makes sense in context.
2 girls. Twins. I don't know who they work for, but I'm guessing they're connected to your company.
I've seen them around. They work for Miss Gilmore, the president.
I think maybe they got to Rio as well. And they're after Jericho... after Reza. I was hoping he'd made it here.
I haven't heard from him since Thursday. Sorry. Rio rang me when she got into Casablanca and told me she'd met with Jericho.
That must have been right before... I found her in Jericho's apartment, and minutes later the Eye raided the place. I was arrested, but they let me go the next morning.
Is there anyone who isn't involved in this?
This? What? I decided to track Reza down in order to help him. He's my best friend. But I don't know what this is, or what I've gotten myself involved in. Now Reza's vanished, and you're the only lead I have left. Can you please just tell me what this is?
Could you please do that without...
Only what I've picked up on the way here. Reza never shares his story.
No, we don't know
that
anything.
Wattycorp is working on something,
What's the
and that they've been
gist of
testing
it?
it out on people in Newport. You called it the Dreamer.
Okay, you
I know that the
please
Dreamer
get
is
to it.
probably connected to the static somehow, and that is most likely what Reza was investigating in the first. And I also know that Wattycorp is keen to keep all of this under wraps. Apart from that, I have no idea who you are, so you're going to have to fill me in, and I'm not leaving here until you do. I've come too far to go back now. If I can't help Reza, at least I want to know why.
Right. Well, okay. I understand you want the truth. I wish I could tell you. I'm putting myself at great risk here, Zoe. I don't know who
Yeah,
you
that's
are.
pretty much
For all
how
I
I
know,
would
you
put
could
it.
be working for the corporation. And then again, if you do...
In particular,
I'm
like the
already
way
done
it
for anyway, so...
restates stuff that
You're
it's
right about
already
all of it.
shown.
We,
over and over
Wattycorp's
again, but...
working on something big. The Dreamer.
Well, it looks like it finally
It's a
stopped.
device that'll let you dream anything you've got a mind to dream. Lucid dreams. You're awake and in control. Can you just imagine the possibilities? Every other entertainment medium would simply disappear overnight. Why watch a movie when you can dream it?
It's
It was
basically the
destined
thing
to
the
be
Riddler
biggest thing
had in
history.
Batman Forever.
It's supposed to go on the market in a few months from now. However, about 3 months ago, something happened. There was a contamination in the network that connects each Dreamer console with the central processor, Dreamcore. I used to work on the network code, the parts that link the Dreamers with DreamNet. When the problem appeared, my bosses asked me to head up the group charged with identifying the problem on this end, to weed out the bugs. What we discovered was that DreamNet was beginning to slip out of our control. There was a contamination, but it wasn't a bug. It wasn't internal. We figured someone had hacked into the network and introduced a virus or worm, something sneaky and adaptable. It didn't take me long to realize there was a link between the static and our problems. The static wasn't the cause, it was the effect. Whatever had infiltrated DreamNet was, for lack of a better word, leaking out onto the wire, causing glitches and system crashes. When I told my supervisors, I was instructed to not ask any questions and to just keep working on the problem. So I did what they told me, but at the same time I started digging deeper on my own. And that's when I met Rio. She was working with the biological systems that run our code and operates DreamNet, the central processor known as Dreamcore. She'd been digging too, and like me, she'd reached an impasse. So we started working together to identify and nail down the contamination. We figured that sooner or later the static would be traced back to Watercorp, and then we'd be out of a job. Besides, it was getting serious. People were dying.
What do you think short of that not serious?
And then one day, about a week ago, we discovered something that changed everything. We discovered the truth behind Project Altura, behind DreamNet, behind the Dreamers.
And
Waddy isn't making these things to entertain people. They're making them to spy on and to control people.
How unexpected.
DreamNet was designed to record people's dreams. And Dreamcore was designed to analyze them.
So they're...
Watercorp can extract private and personal information about anyone who's ever been connected to a dreamer.
Oh,
and
but they were just continuing Freud's Holy Labor, but...
back through the dreamer, they can plant thoughts, instructions, even hypnotic suggestions in people's heads. DreamNet is the biggest brainwashing experiment of all time, disguised as mindless entertainment.
And now someone's hacking into it.
So who is the greater evil?
Oh, right. Exactly. Someone's trying to take control of the network, the most dangerous weapon of all time. Rio and I, we realized we had to tell someone, but we also knew that the corporation would do anything to protect their secret. If we went to the media, we'd be dead. We had to find someone with the guts to expose Watty, while protecting our identities.
The hand that bites.
Who better to expose this conspiracy than Jericho and his notorious feed? We knew he wouldn't be afraid to go up against Watercorp.
So it's the same thing that happens in that ending of...
Rio went over to Casablanca to meet him. She brought a prototype dreamer with her to prove we weren't crazy.
Submits a story to his
we
blog.
knew the risk, but what else could we do?
And
now,
also the same thing that happens at the end of Watchmen, where Rorschach leaves his journal at the newspaper office.
Jericho. I'm afraid that
this
if
time it didn't actually
this'll
happen.
Keep escalating. The static will
Since
get
the
worse.
died,
DreamNet will be hijacked,
we're left to
the
assume that he
corporation
died.
will launch the Dreamer.
I won't actually find
I know
out,
you're
spoiler
trying it.
alert.
It's bad. Real bad.
This is... And you're sure about this, Damien? It sounds like science fiction.
The people behind it seem to believe that it's possible. And the Dreamer works. I've tried it many times. It's incredible. Like nothing you've ever experienced.
But to know that they have
you
free
ever tried
access to
lucid
your
dreaming?
innermost thoughts.
You can also do that with some
I
practice.
won't use it again, that's for sure. Not with everything I know now.
Is there anything you can do to stop it?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it since I first realized what was happening. The static's starting to kill people. And if the Dreamer launches, I don't want to think about what might happen then. So yes, something can probably be done, but I can't do it by myself. The plan was for Rio to help me when she got back from Casablanca. I don't know who else to trust. So, I'm a bit stuck.
Well,
you can trust me.
Yeah, I know.
Surely enough.
You're not... I can't just ask... Why
Charlie,
would you want to
in our
help?
experience, apparently
Why?
the static's just making
How can
things
I not help?
mildly inconvenient.
I may not be any closer to finding Reza, but at least I can do my part in exposing this conspiracy.
But I guess if it's intrusive
It's too
enough.
dangerous. You could get caught. Or worse.
If you knew what I'd been through these past few days, you wouldn't say that. Whatever it is you need me to do, I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Damien, we don't have a choice. This is what Reza was doing. He was taking a stand. He was risking his life to expose Watercorp. I can't run away from this one. I have to do this. For Reza. For everyone. For myself.
Sounds like you've really thought this one through. Okay, if you're sure.
We are.
I'm sure.
Well, you've definitely arrived in the nick of time. If we're doing this, we have to do it now.
Like,
just tell me what
right
we're
now.
doing. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So we need evidence. We need to know where the intrusion is coming from, and we need to stop the static from causing any more damage.
So how do we do all that?
I have to stay
She's
here.
really that harmful, though.
This is the
It's
only
just kind of
place
like
I
an
can access
annoying
the system
advert,
from.
except
You, on the other hand,
it's apparently sent by
you're going on a long
the
hike
messengers
to the
of
Wati Caves.
not the end of the world. Well, apparently we're not quite done with the exposition.
From the time
yet.
I open this door, you have 30 minutes to make it down to minus 58. That shouldn't be too hard. At least you don't have to go up. Yet.
I'm fit.
You definitely look it. Okay, one moment.
There you go.
Alright, Zoe. So you know what to do.
Well, we're
I
not
go down to sub-level
educated or
58.
not employed, but at least we can
In exactly half an hour from
go
now, you'll
downstairs
disengage
quickly.
the alarm, and I'll open the door.
Remember that once you're through, the door will be tagged for maintenance by the security systems. If you open it again before the scheduled time, we're screwed.
I got that.
And the rest of it?
I got it. All of it.
Good. Keep in mind that I can't call you while we're inside the building, so we won't be in touch until this is over. Best of luck, Zoe.
Thanks, Damien. You too.
So now we've been stuck with another stealth mission to... apparently this goes all the way up to level 5 with a floating shadow. That's great. Yeah, but there's more levels down there. So time to walk all the way down the stairs, all the way down to... It's actually to minus 58. But what will be waiting?
Still a few minutes left. I have to wait.
Behind that door, well, apparently we need to transition to a few minutes into the future before this door can be opened. Oh, there we go.
The light's green. Time to go.
That's our indication. The stealth part isn't over yet, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Let's go through all this nonsense.
First off, keep an eye out for spiders. If they spot you, you're toast. Use doorways and ventilation shafts to hide in when they're close. Stay quiet and out of sight, and you'll be fine. Alright, so in order to get into the Dream Core itself, you need to find a way into the offices surrounding the core room. And to do that, we have to cut the power to the doors. I can shut down the necessary grids if you can patch me into the closed circuit system down there. Locate and remove the wall panel marked PSA1 and upload the software I gave you directly into the system. The panel is on the outer wall of the hallway, on the opposite side of where you come in, close to the doors to subsection 2. May be hard to spot, so keep your eyes open. And remember to keep your eyes and ears open for spiders. I want you back in one piece.
So yeah, we have to do this sequentially. This will be the last thing I do for this game, for this particular stream, but we need to find a panel in the wall and also find certain rooms. While avoiding that spider that's going around. And the guy was not kidding when he said the panel might be hard to spot. Can we check out any of these, any of these doors yet? No, I guess not. Well, there's something.
There's something in that wall.
It's
There's
also
a sliding panel here, and it's marked PSA1. That's the one. It's open.
Yeah.
I can access the closed circuit system now.
This... the phone?
I'll just upload Damien's software into the closed circuit system.
Oh, there we go.
There. That should allow him to shut off the power to the office doors.
which I'm sure is happening right now.
As soon as you upload the patch, I'll be able to shut off the power to the doors. After that, you should be able to get into the offices. Unfortunately, the door to the core room itself will still be locked. It operates on its own secure grid, and the only way to get into the core is to use an authorized access key. We'll get to that later. Now, you need to scan the bioworm I gave you, and before you can do that, you'll need to place it in a special capsule. You'll find those capsules in the laboratory just down the hall from the panel.
The laboratory that we passed on the way here, you mean? I sure hope I don't run into the spider. Well, just avoided it. Could you please open the doors? I don't want to be here while the spider's running around. There we go. Also, this thing is down here, in case you were wondering. It's a perfectly normal thing for a corporation that makes toy robots to have, right? Yeah, there we go. Got to admire that for a little while. That giant Yggdrasil thing, and then actually grab
After inserting the worm into the capsules, you need to scan it. You'll also need to scan yourself. The scanners, with my remote assistance, will upload both yours and the worm's DNA into the Dream Core's guardware. This will allow you access through the airlock. Both scanners are located in the med lab.
Well, aren't we, alright, this isn't where the scanners are. Well, first of all, actually realize that the worm and the capsule have not been combined yet. We could do that. And now we actually get out of here. Follow along the direction that the spider is patrolling, so don't run face first into it. And we patiently wait for it to pass us by. I guess we can hold down the shift button to walk slowly. And ensure that we don't run into that thing. And of us, I think we're still walking slightly faster than it is. Oh, just wait. Is this the lab? No, this is the security office, that's right. So we keep on going. Are we going faster than that thing is right now? That's what I want to know. That thing's turning algorithms aren't that greatly programmed, I see. Maybe it's supposed to be part of the ambience, but I think that might be giving a bit too much credit to this game. No, I think this is the lab. No, it's not. This is the storage room. I keep the other spiders. Now we need to keep going further, and further, and further, and we could have just gone the other way, but I think that's like one of those things. Moving around, so probably not a great idea. Just need to keep going. Here we go. I think we did a full lap around the place. At least. Here we are. Put to this thing.
DNA and cellular composition of biological entity analyzed and cleared for entry and insertion into core.
And do the same thing to ourselves in the big tube.
It's a full body scanner. It reads all my biometric data and uploads it to the system.
It's doing that now.
DNA and cellular composition analyzed.
After you've scanned both the worm and yourself, you need to locate a key to the core room. The security officer in shift won't be in his office. I'll make sure of that. But Rio told me they always keep a spare key around. That's in blatant violation of security procedures, but it makes our job a lot easier. You'll need to search the security offices to find it.
So that's our next objective, the security office. Well, it doesn't look like there's anyone Is anything coming from that direction? If there is, then we'll just wait. Let's run against the tide for once. Oh shit, there it is. Suddenly it appeared. I'm pretty sure the next hole in the wall we're going to run into will be the security office though. Come on. There you go. Yeah, there's people near the core. We're not actually supposed to be seen by anyone though. And here we go. But there's a laser grid here, I can't help
The
but
security
notice.
in this office is pretty heavy. I'll need to do exactly what Damien told me to do.
The security office has an isolated grid that isn't connected to the building systems. If it's on, I'm afraid you're going to have to disengage that too. It can be switched off from the inside by one of the security spiders. Check the cybernetics office. There should be an extra spider in there. Use the software I uploaded to your mobile to control it remotely. Inside the security office there'll be a dock where the spider can access the local grid. The spider you'll be controlling won't have the right security clearance, however, so you'll need to find a way to upgrade its clearance. If you fry one of the patrolling spiders and download its clearance, you should be able to dock with the security office grid.
Alright. And this is where we actually make use of that room full of spiders that we've been passing by a couple of times. Which is right here. Yes, that's the
Damien
one.
said that I can control a spider remotely with the software he put on my mobile.
So let's do it. Apparently this is the only eligible one though. So now let's be a spider for a while. I think they do move faster when we're telling them to. Not the other spiders were supposed to be coming in this direction. Like, headed, what's the direction? Counterclockwise? Yes, counterclockwise. Why did that one go into the office though? Oh well, actually hang on a minute, can we... I think we might be able to actually... Hey, what's going on? Yep, do that. And now we don't have to worry about that one either. So that takes care of that actually, yeah. I think we need Ed to do that because this thing has something that we need. That I completely forgot about for a moment there. And without doing that second thing, can't actually turn off the lasers in this room. So now that we've turned off the lasers, as we're going around this giant circular kind of hallway, or so many times, let's see. I'm gonna be able to swipe the
stupid enough to leave a data key.
Swipe the spare key from.
Jacket pocket. Yes.
Is it actually a jacket though? Looks like
When
a
you
logo
found the
to
spare
me.
key in the security office, use it to enter the core room. We need to get the worm into the dream core. Once that's done, I can start pulling information from the core to my console. To get to the core, you must pass through the airlock and a decontamination process. And don't worry, it's perfectly harmless. From this point on, you'll need to be vigilant. There's a team on duty in the core room, most likely 2 or 3 scientists. They'll be preoccupied, however, so you should be able to sneak past them. If they spot you, they'll trigger the alarm, and you'll be fried, literally. Go to the lower platform. That's where you'll find the injection tube. Insert the capsule with the worm into the tube, push the button, and the worm will do the rest. After that, all you need to do is stay low and get out as fast as you can. I'll cut the alarm to the fire exit at the agreed time, so be there. If anything should go wrong, you'll need to find another way out on your own.
Well, that's so nice of him, leaving us down here to die. After we basically do all the legwork this end. Now we need to actually get inside the big room in the middle. And we do that with this data key, which is apparently a cube.
I hope this key is active.
That's how keys work in the future, don't you know? And now we go through. Lock decontamination. So we get sprayed by the blue gas of cleanliness. And actually access this part where the Yggdrasil is. I'm trying not to be seen by anyone, since they will apparently kill us if we're seen. You know, the fact that that thing in the middle is completely transparent doesn't really help the fact that we're supposed to go by unnoticed, but apparently we are. So right off the bat we can't go in that direction because there's a woman coming. And she's gonna keep moving in this direction, so maybe go around, but then you realize the lower out of this. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to make my own save for this, since this can be pretty finicky, considering that, you know, usually whenever you're trying to come down here, either that guy is there or he's coming up the stairs like he just started doing. Camera, please. So now that he's out of the way, maybe now we can actually go down, but nope, he's going to stay by the stairs. Staring at some more of these images.
Girl, talk to me. Who's inside you?
Oh well. So it's like the castle courtyard all over again.
He must be missing something.
Are either of these two people going to move anytime soon? Yeah, they're all going in the direction now. That guy's coming back downstairs, that's great.
Hey, what are you doing here?
And apparently he saw me, so... So yeah, that's death. I'm sure there's a way to skip most of the death animation, but I can't remember what it is right now. Well, what if we, Oh, telling you to reload. What if we try... We can't actually do that, can we? Because she's over there. She's going to notice us if we... wait here. As she moves before the other guy starts coming up. Which it looks like she just did, so convenient. And now we wait for that guy to go in the other direction. She's going to stay over there. Right. And that should give us the clearance we need. Yes, we're not going to be noticed now, though. Being very quiet. Step right under the, these two people. And here it is.
There's something in that wall.
It sure is a
There's
thing.
something in that wall.
So let's do what we came here to do. You know, I would say that someone designing that sort of thing would be ingenious, but... but what sort of environment would you need for...
We need to calm her down.
a worm like that to actually be effective? It's useless unless you have a giant organic computer.
There's absolutely no activity on DreamNet.
A liquid environment.
Good question. Whatever it is, it's serious. I've never seen her like this.
Well, they're noticing something, but
decided to pay us a little visit.
Someone else arrived.
None other. She's probably here for another status report. Why can't she just be happy with the daily briefings from the chief?
Don't say anything stupid, okay? I don't fancy getting fired just because you shoot your mouth off to her. She is the boss.
And what idiot gave her that job? She has absolutely no qualifications.
Shh. Miss Gilmore, what an unexpected honor. May we help you with anything?
I thought I'd come down here to check on the progress myself. Why are there only 2 of you here?
Also,
It's
it's not
Sunday
really
evening.
pointed
The
out.
team
It's
can't
kind of
work
subtle,
24
but
hours a day. They'll start making mistakes, and
We're on shifts, Miss Gilmore.
the blonde woman here
Dr.
is
Lee
kind
and
of
I have the call until tomorrow morning.
there's a certain resemblance
Shifts.
to another character
We're
in this.
4 months away from launch.
I never really
Everything's
find
gone
out
to
if they're
hell,
supposed to be
and
the
your
same one
team's
or
working
they're separate
shifts.
or what.
People can take the day off when this crisis has been resolved.
But
If
she
Altera
looks
doesn't
like
launch as
the-
planned, you'll all be fired.
The leader of the tower.
I couldn't care less what you think.
Mercuria.
That's not what I
Wonder
pay
if
you
that's
for.
intentional.
I pay you to find out who's fucking with my project.
We're working
Also,
on
apparently, Gordon Freeman in the
But
back.
it's been a difficult day. There have been spikes, and the leakage is getting worse.
Meaning what?
There have been fresh outbreaks of static interference across the wire, coinciding with violent fluxes in Angana.
What sort of fluxes?
both physical spasms, like nervous twitches,
Well, we're just going to
bursts of pure energy and
eavesdrop
data.
here while we
Huge-
smile like a
hugely
fool.
complex bursts of data. It doesn't make sense, but Angana appears to be, how shall I put this? Expanding. Okay, there's more data inside it than it can physically store.
How's that even possible?
It really isn't. That's also why it's overloading, creating spikes that travel at the speed of light into the wire. If it keeps expanding.
We might theoretically be able to shut it down. But we don't know what consequences that might have, both to the project and to the wire.
It could be catastrophical. Everything connected to the wire, and I mean everything, could conceivably be affected.
It's not an option. Disregarding the possible effects to the wire, if there's any chance the project's timeline will be thrown off, it's unacceptable. You'll have to identify the problem and isolate the intrusion into the system. Now, I want a detailed breakdown of what your team's doing and when I can expect to see concrete results. Can we stabilize the Dream Core?
For short periods of time, which gives us a window to test DreamNet. Angana has responded positively to direct infusions of Morpheus.
All right. Walk me through the process.
Alright. Guess we're not actually going to show that, so. That's a rare exception of where we don't actually see everything that's said. Now we're gonna cut back to this other stellar puzzle stealth part, but we're not actually going to do that because I think we've had enough stealthing for one stream, so that's where I'm going to leave off now. Well, I'm gonna have that ready now. And like always, I'm going to be taking a quick break, and then we'll be moving over to live stream to finish watching the Doctor Who thing I started yesterday, and then who knows what else. So that'll happen. Yeah, it kind of does. Apparently the song is supposed to match penguins, if the title is any indication. Speaking of penguins, I was watching back the the recording of the Eldritch stream I did, stealth stream I did a couple of days ago, and apparently the microphone cut itself off a lot sooner than I thought it did when I was streaming it. Noticed that it was cut off at the end. But apparently it cut off before that, and I went on for like an hour just talking to myself, so that was great. No one got to hear any of the the literature references that I made when I saw the enemies from the first stage, but I guess it's a real means that Hitbox is a real spiritual successor of the Twitch experience, where maybe those would have just been muted. It's its own version of that. But yeah, we'll be taking a quick break now, and then we'll be live stream. So I should be back when that happens. But until then.